What is going on, everybody? I think we did it. We're live. If you're in the comments, hit it so we know. But you are currently listening to the #1 outdoor podcast in the world. We are live on Past the Barb. This is episode 100. You heard that right. A hundo. We're here. We're doing it.
Does this mean we're old?
Boys, number freaking one. What can I say?
I can't believe we made it this far.
Oh my gosh. I honestly thought when you boys originally started this podcast.
Yeah, we started this without you.
Yeah, you'd make it 10 episodes in. That's what I thought.
We should have just kept it that way, to be honest.
Yeah, throwback for if anyone is here who knows the name of the first episode of Past the Barb, they should comment it because I think it's one of the greatest clickbait titles we've ever done. No cheating. One of the greatest clickbait titles of all time. Very underappreciated.
There's been good ones.
There has, but that one I felt was like good. And we were like worried, like, man, is that like over the line? And now we're like, yeah, we've done a lot since then.
This is perfect, though. We got an awesome show lined up. We got some great guests coming into this one, a whole bunch of them, actually. Like we already do. Oh, what is this?
Our boy Drunkwood is here.
What up, brother?
He's never watched on the YouTube. Make sure hit that subscribe button if you're here, please.
Hit it. Click that. There's a bell. Hit it.
Yeah, Get that. On. All right. So yeah, we're gonna roll into this, and we're gonna get going on this. And obviously, we got a ton of people coming in. Got a ton of great guests. We got segments. We actually planned this out. I think it's actually going to be pretty rowdy. We're going to have to make sure we stay on task because the amount of people we're having on, we are only allowed to have 10 people in at a time. And if we go long, it might overlap and things might get pretty nasty.
This is going to be good. That's kind of all we're saying. This is going to be good. Thank you to each and every one of you who have come out to the live stream or potentially listening to it afterwards. This is our 100th episode. Thank you. It's going to be a good one. What Adam's saying is we're a bunch of scrubs. We planned this well, but things are about to get pretty freaking rowdy.
And we appreciate you listening, but also we did that. So
also, Ivertc21. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just going by this. You are correct. The first episode's title was Jeffrey Dahmer a good hunter?
Unbelievable title.
And that goes shout out to Will Stolsky. Hopefully we'll see him tonight. But anyways, so we need to dive into this. We're going to do a little bit of current events, catch up with everybody right now. But I think Pink, obviously, everybody wants to hear from Sobe. But Pink, you and I have to come clean about something. And I feel like we have to do this to start this podcast. Yeah. I feel like it's only right. I don't know, Sobe. Well, obviously, congratulations on your engagement. We'll get into that.
Thank you.
We'll get into that. But did you see in your comment section some people say some things?
This is actually insane. So, after Steph the Great and I got engaged, on all platforms, this could be TikTok to Facebook to Instagram to YouTube, so many comments about what are they going to do for the segment when Sobe goes in peace. And I am not bullshitting anybody when I say I was like, I have no idea what they're talking about. But if they've been keeping this segment going this long, and I have had no clue, because obviously we record these podcasts, I don't go back and listen to the conversation already.
Well, you lived it,
you're not right. But clearly there is a section of every podcast that I've missed. And talk to me about this segment, because I think everybody listening here may know what this is except for me.
We'll dive into this here. If you are listening, we are live now. Share this on Instagram, on your story. Share it on Facebook. Share it everywhere. Everybody, let's get this rolling. But yeah, so Sobe, Pink, was this like a year and a half ago?
What?
It was a good amount of time ago. And I feel like if you would have added up all the time that we've done this, it's like a significant number of hours total.
Yeah. So this segment was, so what happened, if you remember, Sobe, at one point, we were going to do a weigh-in of things that will take longer than Sobe's time to proposal. And that one got missed. But Pink and I both.
Well, we didn't let it go.
We had an extensive list. So basically, for the past year and a half, whenever you've gone to the bathroom, we've just brought up our list and gone back and forth.
And we just rapid fire through them.
Oh my God.
Getting our reps in. And we got to the point where we actually ran out of things. So we were just typing it into Chat GPT and just reading whatever it said.
Yeah, the last month we like flat out ran out of material. So it's actually it's very timely that you proposed, actually. Like, I saw it and I obviously was happy, but I like texted Pink and I was like, thank God we were running out of fumes.
I don't know what I think is better. I love a long form play or a long form get. So kudos to you guys, but also I've never received a comment in person or online, anything about this ever. And I meet people that listen to PTB Nation all the time. No one has ever brought this up. Dude, and then one day it happened and I got like 90 comments about like, well, I guess the segment's over. I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Dude, that just proves how we have the absolute best fan base in the world. Because Pink and I were like, nobody say shit. Like, you can't tell him. And nobody did. And I can't believe it never happened.
It's unbelievable, dude.
It ran for a long time. I'm proud of that.
It's sick bit.
But also now we need something else. So
it might just migrate into Sobe's. How long is it going to take Sobe to follow through on his bet? To be honest, that might actually.
You guys will think of something.
The spot, but yeah. So if anybody in the comments,
we got people commenting.
We got a ton of people commenting. Comment ideas, but also do us a favor. Pink and I have said a lot of things that would be longer than Sobe's time to proposal. Please comment some of your favorites, and we will show them so that
drop a few.
So that Sobe can see them, because it is fair, and it will take way too long for us to go back and find them all, because this was a recurring segment every show for the past year.
I did. There was two I liked though. One I think was early on when we did it, and one of them was Continental Drift. I really liked that one, and then the other one was Evolution. Oh yeah, right there. That was good.
Unreal.
Those ones really. I'm proud of those.
I gotta take a quick moment here and shout out from the live. One of our boys, Dakota. It's his birthday today, and he's watching on his birthday. Shout out you, Dakota.
Yeah, where's Dakota? There he goes. Dakota was at our St. Jude fundraiser. Dakota's a man. He's a great guy. But yeah, so that was the bit. We have now come clean.
And now it's over.
And now it's over. So
it's over. So.
Kind of
rip.
A bummer.
Okay, so get into the current events. We need to wrap the current events up before the shenanigans starts. Go around the horn.
Shout out Colton.
All right.
Yeah, so what have people been up to? Because we got some guests. When did you email our first guest, Pink? Is she showing up here shortly?
Yeah, I sent it, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I sent it.
I'll text her.
I'll follow up. I'll follow up.
We'll see.
But anyways,
what you've been up to,
dude. Ice fishing.
Has it been good?
Clearly. Well, there have been good days. There have been bad days. The most recent one was pretty good. Finally did a little piking, as it were.
Oh.
Got a little slimed up.
Oh.
That was fun. So we've been crappie fishing, obviously a lot, but nice little change of pace there. We did try another mission that absolutely did not pan out the other night. Trying for some Walters. So that was a major fail. But we'll probably try it again or somewhere else or do something different. But yeah, crappie fishing, pike fishing. Spent a little time on the Riv this weekend. That was fun. Haven't been down there in a while. Actually ended up catching some crappies too, so that was cool.
What was the size structure on the pike and the crappies?
Large.
The crops were good. The pikes were medium. But I think it'll get better down there. So I don't know. But it was only one day, so you gotta, spend a little time down there to kind of get things figured out as far as like how it's going to set up for this year. But I went; it was successful. That's what I know about it.
Nice.
Also, I'm really sick of driving in the ice, dude. For real, like it's been just brutal everywhere. I feel like every time I try to drive somewhere, it's like freezing rain and just terrible.
Today it was a skating rink. Like for sure. I drove down some gravel roads today and it was like, especially this morning, it's been weird. It's been like warm, but cold enough to make freezing ground, but warm enough to melt snow, but cold enough to keep it a skating rink where you could skate across. And I hit my brakes and just sprint probably 25 feet forward.
Dude, I swung by Clam today, and I completely feel that because like my road 94 was all good down to Rogers, but then I pulled into their parking lot, and dude, I tried to like pull around to the front, and I was like, I'm just going. Like, there's no stop. Yeah. This is just ice, the whole thing. I did have one the other day though. I was driving actually to work, and it was icy as hell, and I was like just trying to keep things like on the road. And you know how people just come like shooting past you in the left, or just like acting like an idiot, and you're like, dude, come on.
I just shout
out this guy.
This is my soft way of selling you. You are delayed. You
God
are very delayed.
Damn it. There's no coming back from it.
I mean, you can leave and come back and try, but yeah, you're very delayed. So shout out, Michael. Thank you for bringing that up so that we could politely tell Pink that his Wi-Fi is in fact being terrible tonight.
Just get rowdy with it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I was driving. Somebody went past me and then got in front of me and then immediately spun out, and it made me incredibly happy. So
unreal.
I don't know if that's wrong, but it felt good to me.
That's good. Sorry if we're delayed in replying to you, Pink. It's because you're so delayed in the way you're talking that we're just like pausing. There he goes.
He's kicking himself out. That's okay.
All right. Sobe and I can do this. Lately I have been, fishing a little bit, catching up on editing. I mean, holidays are done now. Last PTB we did was before Christmas, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think obviously went through the holidays. That was all good. Done a little bit of fishing, just getting ready for the absolute grind and just travel, edit, everything. Just the whirlwind that January and February is in the ice fishing industry. So super pumped about it. Excited to get out after it. Have caught some fish. It's been pretty good for us lately.
Nice.
Getting on the road soon and excited about it. Going new places, seeing new things.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I thought Pink was maybe going to reply. I was trying to think of. I had one for this. Someone had commented and they said, "What is a New Year's resolution for PTB?" And I had actually thought of one that was pretty good, but I have since forgotten it. But it was that good. But my New Year's resolutions for this year, I actually have a couple. One is I'm going to try to be in bed by 12-ish and up at 6:30-ish. And I say the ish because I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway. But also, if people know me,
that's not happening.
I will stay up till 4 a.m. editing. So like I just need to get better about adult hours. And like
but it's not even edited.
Oh, this guy's trying to chirp me and his Wi-Fi completely cut out.
So I feel like you're more than anybody the person that's like one more beer.
You cut out so bad, Pink, and you are so frozen that we have no idea. Yeah, there he goes.
I like that New Year's resolution though.
Yeah. So and I just need to be better about it. Just more cognizant of like keeping track of that. Then the other one, like as lame as it sounds, is like 5,000 steps a day.
No,
and the main reason I say that is just like it's literally for the fact of when I am at home editing all day. It is like, dude, go stand up and walk around the block for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's literally all it is. So keeping it pretty simple, but those are two things I'm actually going to try to do better.
I like that. How about you, Pink? New Year's resolutions.
New Year's resolution number 1. 1 video per month is going live somewhere.
Yeah.
1 video.
For the duration of 2026.
Wow.
Who's holding you accountable on this? Is it just you personally, or you got
Peer pressure, pretty much.
Pressure. You said it live, so it's going to happen.
What will happen first? Sobe following through on his punishment, or Pink posting a YouTube video?
Well, I guess you'll find out.
Ooh.
Any bets in the chat?
That's it. That's what I'm saying. I bet I get one up before you get one out on time.
This is rugged.
All right, we're bringing in reinforcements.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Wow. Okay, it is 7:18 p.m., folks. The comments.
Oh my God! The chat. Pink, you should feel better about yourself. This whole chat, we said the comment below what you think will be first, and all it is pink, 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 pink.
Unreal.
Everybody has lost all faith in Sobe following through on his
I will
punishment.
find a tournament tomorrow.
Did they ever have faith, though?
Yeah, that actually is an honest question. Well, I think people thought he was like a good person because he has that persona on YouTube. And then we started the podcast and they slowly learned.
I am a Bassmaster fantasy winner. Okay. I am a winner.
You're also the only person I've ever heard people talk shit about on Bass Live. So
damn. Just I get it from all angles. Damn.
How about you, Sobe? You got any New Year's resolution, Sobe?
Actually, Adams, yours was kind of my same deal. Like Steph keeps a pretty strict schedule. She wakes up really early, has to get to work super early, but she also goes to bed like on time, and like a million nights a week, like she'll go to bed and I'll just continue to be on the computer or just stay up later. And I'm like, I need to lock in a better sleep schedule, better work times, try to live a little bit more in balance. So
yeah,
that's probably it.
Yeah, it'll lead to me fishing a lot more too, especially just because like I feel like there's a lot of times I waste my morning. Like I get some stuff done, but I'm not really being productive till like 10 or 11, where I know like no matter what, if I get up at 6:30 or 7, I'm super productive. But if I sleep in later, I waste my whole morning. So that's kind of the lame adult stuff. But yeah, current events, that's what I've had going on. We got a lot coming up. We're doing a lot of big travels coming up soon. You got some cool stuff coming up, Sobe?
Yeah, I'm doing some travels fairly soon.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. People need to watch for it.
Where?
Yeah. Can you say where, or we're not saying where? So
I'm not disclosing either.
Okay, cool. That's fine. We'll talk about it later.
It was worth a shot.
Okay. I guess, man, we caught up on that, but I don't know if Maggie, I guess, is going to make it here or not. So we'll just dive into this now. Sobe, everybody wants to know about the proposal. You can talk about your engagement. Let's hear about this before we got a big crowd of people coming in.
Actually, hold on. Everyone that's listening to this right now should be in Maggie Carcello's DMs immediately asking where she is.
So get on the
pod. To this days ago.
Wait, no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say something that we definitely shouldn't do.
Say it.
Well, I was going to tell them to go comment on her engagement post and be like, why are you not on Passive Bar? But I feel like that's kind of mean because
light it up, folks.
For that.
Light it up.
Dang.
Okay. Anyways, Sobe, tell us a little bit of the story. For the record, both Pink and I had no idea this was going to happen. So, Sobe, take it away.
I didn't tell anybody, by the way. So like I told nobody, and I know it feels a little rushed, but when you know what I'm saying? But going into the holiday season, I was basically like, we don't have Steph's family Christmas until later in January. We don't have my family Christmas till like New Year's time. And Steph and I were going to spend Christmas alone. And Red Lake had wicked good ice, enough for people to bring out permanent shacks and drive out there, and people were slamming walleyes. And I was like, we've never spent Christmas in the ice shack. Like, we should go do it. And she had like a PTO day with work, so she added that on to the weekend, and we were like, off to the races. Like, we were so excited, like, we're gonna go ice fishing together over Christmas, blah blah blah. And in my brain, I was like, dude, I think for probably close to a decade, I was like trying to figure out a plan of how to propose. And if any of you guys know, I've been dating Steph since high school. And even if I was asking
15
her,
years,
I think 13.
13, that's years. What it was. Yeah, I had some people asking. I was like, it was sophomore, junior year of high school, I think.
A long time.
Yeah.
And like, even asking her to proms or snowballs, like, I would go all out. I would do these big deals to ask her. And I'm like, dude, you can't propose to her in a lamer way than you asked her to, like, prom when you were 18. So this has been like, I didn't know exactly what to do, but I felt like I had to do something grand. And then you reach a point where you go, like, I don't know if there's a perfect time or perfect moment, or it doesn't matter how grand it is, as long as it's special to you guys,
Yeah.
And I just thought fishing alone with her in the middle of a lake on Christmas, that's something we love to do together. I was like, this could be the time. So we get up there Christmas Eve, fishing's good.
Quick answer. How long did you have the ring for?
Ooh, I think.
Good question, Mike, because I was curious of this as well.
I think 6 months. So
okay, so you had got it like in the summer, like May or something, and you had kept it hidden that long.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I did keep it hidden for a long, long time.
Okay. Anyways, continue. That's a good question.
Follow-up question: where did you hide it?
Yeah.
Also. Oh my gosh. Where we do this show right here. If you guys are watching on live, I have this. We live in a very tiny little house, so like, there's not hiding places really. Like, it's a cabin basically. I've got a tiny little, pretty beat up dresser, and underneath the dresser, there's like, this empty space shape, and I shoved it way in the back there to the right, and you wouldn't be able to see it if you pulled out a drawer. Or we don't move this dresser to vacuum under it because it's like got all my clothes in it. Like, it was a good spot, like the only spot, I feel like.
Okay, that's good. Anyway, so you get up there Christmas Eve or whatever.
Get up there Christmas Eve pretty late because she had to work Christmas Eve till like noon. We book up there. It's already dark. We get on the lake with our good buddy Josh Leesburg and Red Lake Remote. They like basically told us how to get out there with the roads, even though if it was dark. We sat down, we start fishing. Now it's like 9:00 at night, and we're just excited to be up there and be on the lake. We start catching some walleyes, and then obviously like 9:00 at night turns into midnight, and we're pretty tuckered out. So we like go to bed, and I'm like, I didn't do it. That's okay. That's okay. Like, we just got there. Like, it's all good. I'm like, I don't have a exact time and place and plan for this, but the moment will arise. The perfect moment will be here. And then Christmas, we wake up, and dude, we start slamming crappies and walleyes out of the permanent shack. Like, and that is the most fun thing ever. Like, Steph fishes hard too. She fishes really mobile all the time around the house. But for us to just like be in our permanent shack and just like relax and fish, and it's Christmas morning and we're pounding fish, like, we were in heaven, And honestly, that should have been the time I maybe pulled it off. But we're running rattle reels, and like, we're just excited. Then we run in, take showers, flay fish, do all that, run back out, watch football, catch more fish. And I'm like, dude, Christmas night, it's like, probably the time. And then right around like right after the sunset bite, poosh, Steph drops her rod and reel down the hole. and it was like, I'm waiting for this perfect time, and I'm like, is that a sign, dude, that I should just not bring this ring in here? I have it like shoved underneath a million things in the truck. I'm like, don't do it, dude. It's not the time. Steph was mad, like not at me, more like just that it happened herself. I'm like, doesn't matter. It's rod and reel. We can catch tomorrow, maybe. It doesn't matter. She's like pissed, like that she dropped a rod and reel. So after that, we just fished a little longer and then went to bed. It was just like not the time. We wake up in the morning, we catch her rod and reel. So we start off December 26th. Like hot. Like we had an underwater camera. I got a Tikka minnow and I'm like spinning the head of it and ripping it so the head goes forward. I'm like, oh, we got it. Catch a rod and reel. We're like, yeah, big wins. And I'm like, today's a new positive note. Day after Christmas, got a rod and reel back, catch more fish. It's going to be today. And then one thing led to another. We went, fried some fish, took a shower at Red Lake Remote, got back. Different people in fish houses were stopping by our fish house. Our buddy Josh Leesburg stopped by and played some cards. The owner of Red Lake Remote stopped by. A subscriber had seen me and he contacted the owner of Red Lake Remote. So he picks him up and then they all come and visit in our permanent ice shack. Like the whole evening bite, dude, there's like people in and out of our fish house. And I'm like 3 miles out on Red Lake. And I'm like, I cannot get this girl alone, dude. Like her mom's always like, or I always say,
you brought her to the middle of a lake in the middle of nowhere and still couldn't get alone.
Yeah, my mom's like, when will I get grandbabies? I'm like, for grandbabies, I feel like you have to be alone to make that. I cannot get this girl alone.
Not necessarily, but
either way, like day after Christmas happens, doesn't happen. Long story short, we wake up the next morning. My phone is littered with texts and calls going, I don't know where you are up north. If you're up north, you need to pack your stuff up and come home. Like the winter storm of the century is coming in tonight at midnight. Do you guys remember that bad storm?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was like a week ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Like it was like,
it wasn't that long
back
ago.
in the day.
Yeah.
And it's
back
like
in 2025.
You remember that like a week ago? The winter storm of the century. I'm like, and Steph's like, we should probably leave here a day early. And I'm like, no.
You're like,
we're staying. I was like, we should stay. And she's like, let's just double check the weather. And I go to all the weather apps and everything. And they're like,
blizzard warning.
No one drive from midnight.
No travel advisory. Yeah. 35 shut down.
So bad, dude. It's so bad. And I'm like, oh shit. Like we should go home then. And she's like, yeah, that's probably a smart decision. I'm like, okay. So let's just jig for like 10, 15 more minutes and we'll start packing up our stuff. Because by the time we pack it up, get the fish house up, everything locked down and drive home 5 hours, it's going to be like, 9 o'clock at night. Right. So we start packing everything up and everything is packed up. And I'm like in my head, dude, having just the loudest. Warfare. It's mental warfare, dude. I'm so disappointed and upset. I'm like, you let this weekend get away from you. Let Christmas get away from you. It is 2 days after Christmas now. Like you were going to do this on Christmas. What are you doing? It wasn't the right time. Like how patient can one woman be? Like, has she not been patient enough? And like, what are you waiting for? And I was like internal battle, pissed at myself. I like freaking roll in the truck. I like get this thing. I like shove it in my vest pocket. And I'm like, there you go, dude. Step one. You've at least made contact with it.
Yeah, you got it. It's a thing now.
Now it's a thing. Now you just didn't bring it in your truck. Like everybody brings stuff on a fishing trip in their truck, never use it. Now you acknowledged it's with you. So, and I'm like, you know what, dude? Actually, this could be a way better surprise than I think. Because if she thought it was coming, she definitely thought it was coming on Christmas Eve or Christmas or any time before we packed up. We got everything packed up. Fish house lifted off, hooked up to the truck, everything. I'm, capturing some B-roll clips for a video that I hadn't really done a great job filming in the first place. We were just enjoying. I'm like, I'm getting some B-roll, and I'm setting up a couple different cameras, and everything's pretty much good to go. And I go inside the permanent shack and I close all the drapes, and everything looks ready to rip. And we're running around, crossing T's, dotting I's. I'm like, make sure, run inside there and make sure everything's strapped down. Nothing's going to fly out. And when we come off this bump, you like, just do one more once over and we'll peel out of here. She's like, okay. So she like walks inside and I like shut the door behind her. And then right outside the permanent shack door, like the door is closed, the drapes are shut. I am down on one knee on the ice and our fish house is up high. So I'm on a knee, but she's even up like higher.
Yeah.
And she just randomly like opens the door, probably to say, hey, everything's good in there. And I am down on one knee and her face is just like, boom. And she totally caught off guard. And yeah, from there it was a pretty awesome moment. It was pretty sweet, and we were pumped. And then she got to hang out with her ring the whole 5-hour drive home, and we were jacked. And we went and visited her parents and my parents. It was good. She was surprised.
I was surprised.
Yeah, you and me both.
I was like, I'm doing it, dude. I'm just doing it.
Dude, I know exactly what you mean, though. Just, I mean, having been there, it's very like the whole getting the ring or just like, I'm going to do this. Like, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's the all of a sudden when you're like, it's going to happen and you know it's going to, like, you're going to be doing it. Doesn't matter how long you've been dating. You just like black out.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I have to tell you this intimate part of the story.
Did you black out when you did it? You don't remember a thing you said?
Full blackout, dude. Full blackout.
Okay, cool. Not just me. I have to tell Alyssa that you dated Steph for 13 years and also blacked out when you proposed. So.
Oh yeah, dude. I have no idea what I said. Blackout. But I have to bring this up because this is crazy, dude. Like on Christmas Eve, Steph gets off work at 11 and she's like, you better have stuff packed up so we can peel up there. And of course, like, I'm a turtle at times. It's about 9:30 in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm packing up stuff, doing what she's thinking, wanting me to do. And it clicks in my head. I go, dude, I have not asked Steph's mom and dad for her hand in marriage yet. I drop everything I'm doing. I run to my truck and I just drive toward their house, dude. I just left everything. I left our garage door open, dude. I'm like, this is first. This is the chicken before the egg or the egg before the chicken. And I just start driving to Tim and Sue's. And that moment I blacked out a lot because I'm like, oh, I don't know. I was that's nervous. Like, like Adam, like, were you nervous talking to, or is it just kind of awkward or just?
Well, it kind of is, but like, I mean, for me, Alyssa, like we have Life 360 and stuff. And like, whenever I'm gone for fishing trips or doing things, she's checking on it. And there was a time I was leaving for a fishing trip or something. And I was like, I'll just do it then and swing by. And I was like, but I got to do this quick because she's going to be like, why are you at my parents' house? So I had like texted Jeff. I was like, hey, can I swing by quick? Oh. And he had told me, like, he knew what I was doing the moment I was coming over. But she had no idea, but I just did it quick. But yeah.
Well, I didn't text Tim. I texted Tim and Sue, like, are you guys ice fishing at the cabin on Christmas Eve? Like, any luck? And no response. I'm like, I don't care. I'm driving to their house. And I just pull up on their driveway on Christmas Eve. And they're like, Sam, Merry Christmas Eve. What's up? And I'm like, where is Tim? Where is Tim? And she goes, he's like finishing up a little work in the back room. I'm like, where is he? We need to talk. Talk to both of you now. She's like, Merry Christmas. Try a cookie. I'm like, no eating.
You're like, I don't have time for this.
I have questions. It was good though. It was 10 out of 10. It was a really special moment for Steph.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations, Sobe. Congratulations on being
well
married
done,
man, and ending a bit that went on much, much longer.
Far too
anticipated. Far too long. But yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna continue now. I think we're gonna basically get into our next segment here. But we got 3 guests. We're gonna bring them all in real quick. 2 of them been hanging out here for a bit. One of them just rolled in.
Bring in the guests.
Yeah, we'll just bring them in. So first of all, we're gonna bring in fellow recently engaged person,
Madtown Mama,
great friend of PTB, Maggie Joe. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Congratulations. Happy days.
Same to you.
Thank you.
That's nuts.
We will also bring in great friend, the master of big bucks, herd bull, Chancey Walters.
Chancey Walters. There he is, the herd bull in the flesh.
Holy shit. Congratulations to you rascals. Unbelievable. It's pretty awesome.
Thanks, Chancey.
I knew something was going to have to be going down here pretty quick with both of your engagements here. So it had to be. The time was ticking on you rascals.
The rut does go into January. You were right.
That's right. I exactly. Yeah. Yes.
That's beautiful. And then
Let me figure out this thing here. Hold on. How do I zoom in on this screen?
Oh, it's just gonna be small, Chansey.
Oh, there we go.
Be small on your phone. Oh, you got her?
Got it.
Okay,
Got
perfect. And then we got another guest to make this a full party as we head into our next segment. The one and only Mr. Dave Mercer.
Load him up.
Yeah.
No way.
Wow.
This is ironic,
Magnum.
guys. Ironic. Because you guys are all talking about getting engaged, and me and my wife have been married 24 years, and we're getting divorced. The way it's Splitsville, we've had enough of each other. It's done.
This is the yin and yang.
So
This is why we need you on the pod.
No, I have the greatest wife on earth. I would
Oh
be
my
nothing
gosh.
without
Okay.
her. We're not getting divorced.
That was electric, by the way.
We
Holy
still do
shit.
all the things that people say you don't do after you get married. She still thinks I'm hot. It is a freaking sham of the century.
You tricked her. You tricked her good.
Whatever.
It's awesome. All right, and we're gonna dive into this, but we have not had Dave on since this summer. Dave, me and Pink got to give you major shout out.
Yes.
Thank you for calling Sobe out for him being such a piece of shit and not following through on his bet.
No.
And he still hasn't. So
That's
for the
not-
record,
So you
That's
were part of
not
the help, but
nice.
like it's still a problem.
He's not. What? He hasn't paid up yet?
no.
So you can rephrase what you were
You
about
don't
to
have
say.
to turn him against me. Dave has always been quite kind
He's turned.
to me in front of my face.
I'm
Even-
very
other people
kind
could be-
to everybody in front of their face. Thank you very much. But what a piece of shit, really. Wow. You still haven't paid off. Like, I mean, how bad do you literally have no spine? You're literally like,
This is why I love this.
What do
I
place
got
so
it. You know,
much.
what? I think this is a great time for me to just take
Day
a
one
little
of the
peek,
Bassmaster
a quick
Classic.
bathroom.
Oh no,
break.
no,
No,
no. We got
never
nothing
mind
for this.
your-
You got to stay.
never mind your enlarged prostate. Get back here.
Now
So
we
here's
can
the
do.
deal. While he
Now we
hides
can
from
do our
this-
favorite bit. What? Let's talk
There you
shit
go.
about Sobe.
Well, I say we make a plan. If he doesn't, I mean, I don't have any control over this, but I think we'll get away with it for a little while. But if he isn't paid off by the Classic, we need to like literally stop
Yeah,
the day
can we-
one way
so-
in until
Stop the
he pays.
classic.
Dave, before he gets back, can you make that happen? If he hasn't
No,
paid
wait,
up by
no.
the Classic, can you like bring him up when they do the Rapala thing and they go around and throw the koozies? Can you like make sure to call him out in
Because
front of
otherwise-
everyone?
PTB is going to be asked to leave for sure.
Well, maybe we just rename, like, if somebody, goose eggs.
Yeah, it's
Like,
the
if somebody
Sam
doesn't
Sobe
catch him
Award.
that day, I'll just be like, you Sobe, day one of the Classic. I know it hurts.
Beautiful. Okay,
I
we'll
love
do
that.
that. All
I
right,
love that.
perfect. Okay.
So what I was saying is Sam's a great guy. You shouldn't be so tough on him.
I like where that segment ended up. I think I like that. I agree.
Yeah.
So that whole time you went to the bathroom, were you just thinking about how much we were talking about you the whole time?
I was watching the live on my phone. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm
totally.
not that savvy.
He was sweating. He had to come back.
All right. So I got one more person we're gonna bring in here, and we're gonna get this ripping. So we brought in 3 and now 4 of our favorite guests that we like to have on, and we're gonna do a little bit of trivia.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
Wow.
The trivia with Hayes, but there is no Hayes as of right now. He will be here soon, but we are also bringing in Nick Lindner.
Hey.
What up, brother?
What
Well, I
jersey are
didn't-
you repping?
Number 3.
Wolved up.
Wolves, baby.
Is that your real backdrop?
Oh, shit, that's the most amazing backdrop I've ever seen in my life.
Look at the size of his graph.
He'd get banned so fast. I mean, it was
You just made Easton Fothergill's nipples hard. You mean I can have one that big?
All right,
So-
Pink. Pink, lead us off. Let's get
Oh.
going on this segment. Maggie,
All right.
you can stay as well if you would like.
Congrats,
be a
Maggie,
part
of
by the
this.
way. Congrats.
Thank
by the
you.
way, yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Yes,
so
and we will get Maggie's story as well, but she,
It's
they
not
know.
He
late.
was
She was
late.
a
You
little
can say it.
yeah.
I
she's-
was late. I believed wholeheartedly that this was at 7:30.
I did
Sorry.
say 7, but it's fine.
Yeah, you did. I went back and looked.
All right,
That's how
Pink, read us the rules. What are we doing here? This is going to be the biggest edition at Trivia with Hayes without Hayes ever.
All right. So hopefully he shows up. They're en route to Canada or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
what's
he's a
going on
road
here.
warrior.
He is.
with the other Lindners.
We do have a great lineup of trivia questions here. And Hazer just showed up, so this is going to be great. Bring him in.
Unreal.
Bring him in.
What a lineup.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
Thank you for
All right.
being on the 100th episode. All
Hazer,
of you, and
we're just getting this
especially
dialed
Hazer.
in right now.
Professional
You're muted.
move there,
You're
by
so
the way,
muted.
to show up and just wait till the last second like a total freaking diva.
Yeah, just comes in.
Where is he? We'll never know what to do without him.
Oh, he's gone.
He'll be back
gone.
eventually. Pink, tell us
All right.
what we're doing and tell us the scoring.
Here's how this is going to go.
Whose
You
mic
guys-
is that?
No idea, dude.
I don't know, but I'm 3 minutes past the 5 minutes I promised Sobe. I got to be honest.
True. That's true. We're paying by the minute here.
Dave, you can leave whenever you would like.
Yeah,
This is
just-
going to be electric.
Just being
Trivia
a dick.
with Hayes
That's what I'm
is-
good at.
Trivia with Hayes is our favorite segment.
Okay, yeah.
All right, we're gonna do this. I will keep score. Hayes, how are we doing? We're doing fractions, decimals of points. How is this gonna work?
1 point for the correct answer, 0.5 in the event of a tie.
Okay.
And these
You
are all my numbers. Again.
Okay. And I think all of mine are either numbers or locations. So whoever is closest to the correct location will get the point.
Okay.
Perfect. And the way we will do this is we will rotate around. We will all give an answer. Pink and Hayes are not playing. The rest of us are playing. Nick, all you missed out on is that there are half points. So
For ties.
yeah, just try to get it right.
There are. And I
Um,
do have a tiebreaker question in the event that this goes to overtime.
And for all the guests here, we'll allow you to comment and share all your feedback afterwards. We are not allowed to look at the chat. We will provide answers as we go. So rip it, Pink. What do we got?
All right. I'll lead this off and then me and Hazer will just alternate here. Question number 1. The ever popular Jack's Pizza is a late night staple, especially in PTB Nation here. What town was the Jack's Pizza created in?
Oh.
What town?
Shoot.
Bart, you want to lead this off?
Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna just go like really central in the United States and hope that I maybe get it. I'll go Kansas City.
So
How do you want to go?
we'll just go around and then we'll just slide it down one time every go.
Okay.
Sobe, light it up.
Jack's Pizza. I'm gonna say something crazy, like something out east. I'm gonna go New York City.
Okay. And
There's no way that pizza was invented in New York City, but okay.
Never know, dude.
just
Multi-
just shitting on your answer, eh?
Billion-dollar business.
Yeah. Maggie.
right.
I'm stressed. Just because I have no clue, I'm gonna guess like a small town in Wisconsin. Like I'm gonna go with like Pulaski, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Pulaski, Wisconsin. Okay.
Fun fact, I think Pulaski, Wisconsin, isn't that, or is that Neenah, Wisconsin? No, that's the hometown of the manhole. They created the manhole.
That's Neenah. That's where
Yeah.
the foundry is.
I dated her.
Well,
What? Sorry.
You rascal.
All right, Chancey, what do you got? What's your guess?
I have not. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've never had it before. I mean, am I missing out or what?
no,
Is it good?
no.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, maybe I ain't. It's got to be better than Tostino's. I'm gonna say Madison, Wisconsin. It's got to be somewhere up by you guys.
See?
I'm just guessing that too.
Okay, Madison.
Could be wrong. It's
Dave,
probably
what do you
down
got?
with 10
Is it me
people.
now?
Yeah.
I'm going with sheer volume because every state has multiple of them. Whether it's the Simpsons or Bass Pro Shops, I'm going all day. Springfield. Every friggin' state has one.
You're just taking
I'm going
Springfield.
high numbers.
Oh.
Springfield.
God, what a veteran move.
Yeah,
That's
that's playing
heavy.
the numbers, dude. I like that.
I've been around a little longer than, well, all of you.
That's where
Yeah,
cashew
that's,
chicken was invented, I think. Springfield, Missouri, wasn't it? I think so.
I have no idea.
I don't have to Google that up. That's what I heard.
Nick, you're the last one. What do you got?
Yeah, I feel like going last is such an advantage if it's like a number thing, but like this is just throwing out random cities. I'm gonna say just because it just feels Midwest. I don't know why. Let's just go with like Omaha, Nebraska or something.
Omaha.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm not going to kid you. None of you were correct. But we did have two very close guesses.
Ooh.
The correct answer, most closest, is Pulaski, Wisconsin.
Shut up.
way.
The correct answer is Little Chute, Wisconsin.
Oh my God! You imagine if you would have got that right, not having a clue? That would have been amazing.
So,
That's impressive, Maggie. Impressive.
thank you.
Instinctual.
Taking a full point
I
there
mean,
right out of the gate.
I grew up on those things, so I just figured it's worth a shot.
All right, Hayes, you got your first question for all of us?
Yeah.
Hey, can I say something?
Yes.
When
Dave.
you guys said that Hayes was going to host these trivia thing, I was totally expecting Andrew Hayes. He's totally not Andrew Hayes. You know that he looks
Yes.
like AI from Taco
Yeah.
Talk. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
do
shocked.
know. I do know, Andrew. This is our Hayes. You know,
Hey,
fish bomb.
This Hayes is way better, buddy.
I bet me and him could have a better time, guaranteed. We haven't even talked to each other, but I know we were born to run. We're like a Bruce Springsteen song.
You could kill a lot of walleyes together. A lot of them.
Yeah. Brain cells too, by the looks of things.
All right,
All right,
Hayes,
Hayes.
dish it out.
Sorry.
Feed it to us, buddy.
Well, you guys can also answer the same. You can also use the same answer. I don't know if we talked about that as well, but if you feel like you need to answer the same as someone else. Was
Oh,
that-
I totally would have went
Yeah.
Pulaski then. That's bullshit to tell
Oh,
us
okay.
now.
well, now,
After we're started.
Yeah.
all right, I got it. Are you ready?
We are ready.
What percentage of the U.S. population smokes cigarettes? All right, what percentage huffs darts? There's a percentage. What
In 2025?
2000? Well, 24 is when it was, but
Okay, but that's
Regularly, like not the occasional drunk dart, like regularly.
pack a day, like
Steady darting.
like the book,
Okay.
pack 2 packs, whatever.
And this
All right.
would so we're gonna go in the same order, but it starts with Sobe now.
Yeah, Sobe leads off now.
I'm gonna go 18%.
Really?
Then caller, are you keeping track like of?
Oh, I'm keeping track.
Maggie.
I feel like I'm skewed because I feel like so many fishermen smoke. I'm gonna go with like 24%.
Interesting.
Chancey.
Ooh, I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I swear to God, it's crazy. But
Really?
Thanks for confession.
yeah, well, I'm just saying it's crazy. I always hated the smell of it, so I never did it. I mean, it was bad. It was real bad.
He just wanted you to know he's better than you. That's
Hey, you're a better
No,
human
there's nothing
than
wrong with
me.
people who do it.
Thank
It's
you.
just, yeah. I'm gonna say, I bet it's in the 20s, 22%.
22. All right.
sliding in.
Really? If this was The Price is Right, you'd be an asshole for that.
Yeah, that
Well,
tends to happen a lot when we get to these number questions. You learn who your friends are.
Hey, it's strategery.
Stratego.
I'm gonna use a strategic move. I'm gonna try to do this. This would be great if it works out.
You're just gonna Google it?
No, I'm calling a friend. I'm calling a friend.
Oh, phone
you
a
hear
friend.
Phone
I
a
love
friend?
it.
You need phone?
Yeah. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You only get one of these. I hope you know in trivia.
I guarantee you it's Seth Fighter.
Well, he's not gonna
To
answer.
tell people what their Christmas gift is beforehand, jackass. Let the bit brew. He's not gonna answer me anyway. Piece of shit. Yo.
What is happening?
Hey, listen. This might have been the greatest moment in podcast history, right?
Say
here.
you're in cash
We are
cab.
live
Say
right
you're in
now.
cash cab.
We're playing Cash Cab. But I got a question. It's your level of expertise. It's to do with the art of burnage, smoking. How many Americans? What percentage of Americans do you believe smoke, Seth Fighter? And speak loud because we don't have good technology.
I'm gonna go 18%.
18%. That's where we're at. That's where we're
Okay.
at. Strong guess. Okay.
Locking it in.
See you, Fighter. Thanks for answering. No, not like making me look like a
Okay.
douche.
Yeah, that's all I got. Didn't know what to talk in my head.
He's like, what the?
No, you'd be actually shocked at how often weird little calls like that happen with him and me. But anyways, that 18% all in.
You're going with my guess? Is that, or you're not going to go?
Yeah,
higher
well, that's
or
what
lower?
Steph
Fighter's
said. So
guess.
he phoned his friend.
He's
And
taking it. You're locked in for half point if he gets it.
All right, Nick, what do you got?
17%. Ship it.
Oh, he's taking the
You're
under.
going under. So I'm
What a
gonna
dick.
take the over. I'm gonna go 25.
Oh my.
Yeah. One out of
Just
four
gonna
people
sandwich
just
everybody.
rip
Low
on the daily.
Low might be good, right? Because a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
think it
vapors
is.
now. Everybody
And there's a
hates
lot
it.
of
Hayes,
there's a lot
what
of
do you got?
children too, right? Like there's just a lot of people that are is it old. Yeah. What? Anyway. Go
Children can't smoke.
What do you got, Hayes? What's the answer?
I'm playing.
No. You got to tell us the answer. We don't know the answer to this.
11.6%. So Nick,
God.
Oh shit!
Wow.
I knew Seth Fighter would
Under.
screw
Wow.
me.
The under.
28.8 million people.
Wow.
That's a pile.
Huh. Okay. All right. Back to Pink. What do we got next?
All right. So we got the Olympics right around the corner here. We got Canada leads the world in Olympic medals in men's ice hockey. The USA is tied with which other country for the same amount of gold medals? And you will get one full additional bonus point if you tell me how many gold medals the USA has in men's ice hockey.
Wait, can you say how many Canada had again?
What?
Did you say how many gold medals Canada had or no?
Canada has 9.
Thank you.
And
Sorry.
the U.S. is tied with another country with the same amount.
Got it.
That's the question. Which country? How many medals? Opportunity for 2 points here.
Okay, there's gonna be a lot of splitting here,
Maybe.
right?
Luckily,
And
him
that-
and Hayes are really good at fractions. Okay, luckily, Maggie, you lead it off, so you get to give the first guess here.
Well, I've been watching a hockey show lately, so I'm gonna go ahead and say
Oh, well,
Russia.
guess which one?
That's
Yep.
lovely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Russia,
Russia. Okay.
and I'm gonna guess 7 gold medals.
7. Okay. Chancey.
Damn, Russia's. I'm trying to think of places that play hockey. Russia is probably the one. I got to guess something
Don't
else.
copy me.
I can't copy Maggie.
Well, you can copy.
What's that?
I said
You
you
can
can
copy.
copy.
Oh, I'm going to say Russia then.
Okay.
Yeah, Russia. And I'm going to say, yeah, let's say 6.
Okay. 6.
This did you say? Is this for this? is
6
for
goals, right?
medals-
Or 6 gold.
Gold medals
specifically?
only. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 6 golds. Yeah.
Okay.
You Canadian, Dave?
I feel a lot of pressure. I don't know why, but I do. But I'm not going to go Russia because it's the obvious answer and it's going to be so divided up. So I'm going to go with, I'm torn between 2, but I'm going to go Czechoslovakia.
Ooh.
The Czechs.
Nice one.
All right. Hit us with an amount of medals.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I'm going to go 4.
Okay. 4.
And you said this is second amount of gold medals to Canada?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say it is. There is a country
2 teams
tied with
tied.
the U.S. Canada has 9. They lead the world. U.S.
gotcha,
is tied
gotcha.
with another country.
All right. If it is Russia, I feel like who is the third most would have been a better question. Not to be, not to pick on you at all, Ryan, or anything, but maybe it's not even Russia. Okay. We're gonna do Russia, and we're gonna go and get that bonus point and say 2 golds.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a big swing here. I'm gonna say it's actually the Soviet Union.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with 3.
Okay. I will tell you, no one got the country correct.
God,
What?
I have yet to guess.
God damn it!
Oh,
Luckily,
my
Sovi's
God.
terrible at geography.
Yeah.
Got the
Damn, I was really thinking it was the Czech Republic.
Can we all go again? If so, we
Yeah.
just
Can I go?
actually.
Oh my gosh, my wheels are spinning. I'm gonna
Pick
oh my
one, dude.
gosh.
Just pick a country. So.
Hit it.
This
But
is the
it
most
hasn't been
painful
picked.
game ever.
And they got to be good at hockey. I'm gonna go. First off, I'm gonna start with medals,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go with 4 and Switzerland.
Okay.
Ooh, there you go.
Still, no one got it
A
right.
nice one, probably.
Are we gonna go for another round then?
Yeah.
Like just like rapid fire.
Absolutely not. We got to go to other.
No, we don't
questions.
have time for this. Okay. No one got the
100th
country.
anniversary
However,
joke, damn it.
Finland.
someone did get the
Finland.
number correct. Someone got the number right. The correct answer is Sweden,
Oh,
Ooh, Sweden, yeah.
Those
and the amount of gold medals is 2.
2.
2.
No.
that was way off. Heated rivalry really lied to me.
So
I was just thinking of the Mighty Ducks, you
gets
know, they
the
were
point
dialing
for
in.
getting the amount right.
Nick's mopping up. Absolutely mopping.
Well done, sir.
I like citing your sources, Chancey. Thinking of the Mighty Ducks.
I
you
mean,
know.
who didn't love that? I mean, I thought I was going to be a hockey player, and we didn't even have hockey around here.
And he's only an Iowa.
And I ended up I was a wrestler. So that was it.
I was wondering.
All right.
All right,
Hayes,
hit
you
us.
next. What do you got?
Yes, this is a pretty good one. It's a fishing related question, but what year was monofilament fishing line created? What year
Wow.
fishing line created?
And Chancey would be first.
Monofilament fishing line.
Hey,
I'm
just for
gonna
the folks
say-
out there, give Chancey a minute to ponder. Could you please just break down monofilament and some of its benefits, please?
I mean, top water. I mean, that's probably the only thing I throw on it.
I want to hear it from the commissioner.
Hey,
Hayes.
well, here's
Come
the
on.
deal. When I grew up fishing,
The Herb Boat
trilene, big game, or the green shit was like if you didn't have the green, you're wasting your time. I thought 17-pound test, but I'm gonna say 1969.
59?
69.
69. Yup.
I mean, they ran that damn thick ass braid for years because my dad had a bunch of collector reels and they ran it for a long time and before they figured that shit out.
It's the greatest fishing line there ever was, buddy.
It never breaks. I mean, I started using this fluoro and all I do is lose shit.
Dave, what do you got?
I have no damn idea. 1962. For no reason, just picked it.
Love it.
Sorry, I couldn't back
That's
up,
a good
Chauncey.
question, man. I can't believe I've never thought of when that was made.
Who
Nick
gives a
looked it up.
shit?
Yeah.
Hayes does. It's the trivia.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Spoken
Hayes.
like a true winner.
I'm upset I've lost a lot here today.
1952. I don't know why.
I like it.
God.
Barty boy.
I'm going to go 1947.
So
1948.
all right, Maggie, hit us.
1969.
Yes. I like that you squeezed right in between us, Sam. That seems strategically pretty optimal.
Are we done? Is that it?
That's
That
it.
is it, Hayes.
There you go.
Monofilament line was invented by the company DuPont in 1939.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Yes.
Oh my
Did
goodness.
anybody know about it?
Probably not.
Man, that's
Wait,
crazy. I would have
you-
never guessed that.
Hayes, can you talk about a few benefits of monofilament line, please? I feel like there's no one else that could explain it better.
What do you mean?
Just please tell me just like 3 benefits of monofilament fishing line and why you trust it.
Why do I trust it? It's very, very forgiving, and it doesn't really like. Sometimes fluoro gets kind of comes off the spool kind of odd, and it's pretty strong. And I used it until I was like 16, and I figured out what braid was. I don't know. I mean, I still use it for certain things.
Okay.
It's very affordable.
I
Yeah,
just have a general question
affordability.
for you, Hayes, with it made by DuPont. Is that the same people that made the like cookware and everything that poisoned the town down south and like created that whole deal? Like
That's them.
the billion or trillionaire billionaire family in the United States. Like it has nothing to do with fishing, but they made monofilament fishing line.
Probably.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
The more you know.
yeah, the more you know.
All right, Pink.
All right, here we go. I think you'll like this one. So in 2023, Quick Trip opened its 500th store.
Trip.
Okay.
Trip.
Where was this store located?
Oh my God.
Quick Trip 500.
Wow.
And this is led off by Dave. Chancey, you were first last, right?
Yep.
This is by Dave. Okay.
I'm going with Springfield again. I'm going to stick with Springfield.
Lock it in.
All day long, Springfield.
God.
I feel like it's obviously Omaha, Nebraska.
I'm just wondering if it's like in a town that already had one and they just opened another location.
For sure. For sure. That has to be it.
Yeah, usually when there's one, there's a lot of them around.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm trying to buy time and it's not working at all.
Yeah,
in my
you just
head.
got to throw it out there, dude.
Davenport, Iowa.
Wow.
That was a good guess.
I pulled that out of my ass. I
you
don't
like
think it's
that
even
one.
close to a good guess, but all right. Sobe.
Oh, the
Good
wheels
old-
fell off the bus.
Rogers, Minnesota.
Rogers, Minnesota. Is there a Quick Trip there?
Yeah, there's one by Clam, but it's been there forever. So it wasn't in
No, there's a
2023.
There's a new one that just got built there.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
Maggie.
I feel so strongly that it's Minnesota, but I can't think of a lot of towns.
Go with Pulaski, Wisconsin again.
No, I think it's Minnesota because we already had a Wisconsin question. I think it's like helps St. Cloud. I don't know.
St.
I'm
Cloud.
panicking.
Not a bad guess.
Can't
Brainerd,
think of any towns.
Brainerd just opened one about a month ago.
Chancey, bring us home.
I'm just gonna guess. I mean, I've been seeing these suckers popping up everywhere. I think a buddy might own a bunch of them. In Colorado, I'm gonna guess Des Moines. Just Des Moines, Iowa. I've seen quite a few of them.
Ooh.
pop
I
up.
think that's a good guess.
That hurts Bart.
Okay. The correct answer, Cloquet, Minnesota.
Wow. Northeast.
That's Meg.
Maggie's
Yeah, with
dialed
Maggie's
in.
got
She's
it.
sensing.
Yeah, Northeast
Instinct.
by Duluth.
Well, well, well.
Nice.
Wow,
Maggie's with a
invite these
commanding lead
people
here,
They're
everyone.
making us
2
look
full
terrible.
4.
All right, Hayes.
All right. What is the current price of gold per ounce in the U.S.? What's the current price of gold per ounce in the U.S.?
Andrew,
Nick gets to lead this off.
you just bought some.
Sobe's like, is it to the cents?
No, that would be diamonds.
I put in 2 quarters and twisted.
The ring, the diamonds cost way more, Maggie. I'm telling you
No,
that.
I thought he still might know more than me.
I have no idea. That's not like a commodity I actively.
Restate the question, please.
What is the current price of gold per ounce in the United States of America, the USA?
Nick, you're not an investor in gold?
I really
Let's see.
wish I watched Gold Rush.
I think we're gonna go with like I don't even know, like 457 dollars, US dollars.
Nick blacked out.
An ounce of gold.
Is that not even remotely close?
I have no idea, dude. This feels
guess.
like the chicken nuggets question from the other week.
What was
77 million pounds?
No, it was like.
I'm gonna go $159
per ounce.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very wrong just on how he replied there, but I'll stay with my answer.
And Nick, what? Repeat yours.
457 American dollars.
USD.
Come on, Sobe.
I'm gonna go 458 US dollars.
Ooh. Maggie.
$630.
Wow.
Like, picture you found like a 1 ounce flipping weight and it was pure gold. You'd be like, holy shit.
I hit the.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good way of putting that.
Yeah, like that's a it's a decent amount of gold.
You'd be like, yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could change my answer now. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe gold ain't worth shit anymore. I don't know.
Chancey's got a few of those floating around.
Yeah. Let's just say I'm gonna say 1,000.
Just a straight.
Yeah, it's worth more than ever, I think, ain't it?
Yeah.
1,000.
I'll go 600.
10 bennies.
I'd like to take this moment also to say that engagement rings are a total sham. Sorry, Maggie. I know you think yours is bitching, but here's my theory. I just want to throw it out there. And I think you're a sensible person that will be all on board with this. I bought my wife a real diamond, and that's real important at some point in your life. But you know what's more important? Frigging couches and stuff. So I say we all agree just to buy cubic zirconias. Nobody's ever going to know the friggin' difference. We'll all buy couches or refrigerators or other shit you need a lot more important at that point in your relationship. Let's buy
Joke's
fake
on
diamonds.
you, Dave. That's what mine is.
See, you're freaking smart.
And she's sitting on it.
You got a couch too. She got both.
No, but I'm serious. But anyways, that's my theory.
I bought my wife's wedding ring on overstock.com, so
Wow.
we're good.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
Be
No
cheap.
shameless plugs. No shameless plugs, Nick. Please.
Shut it down.
Please, we talked about this. This is part of what we signed before we got on
Use
here.
the discount code Nick for 20% off.
What's the answer, Hayes?
The answer is $4,514.
Jesus Christ.
No, but I believe it's
Chancey.
Yep.
Chancey with a G.
I knew that shit it's high. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a goldsman, but
I'm so annoyed. I let all of you get in my head. I was gonna guess high.
Like, picture a 1 ounce flipping weight, just pure gold. Like,
That's the trick with trivia. If you think we know what we're talking about, you're already
Yeah.
screwed. Like you
thousands
gotta
off.
go off intuition.
Y'all got me.
All
I
right.
feel like 20% of people actually pay attention to the price of gold too. So there's gonna be so many people just like thinking we're absolute idiots.
I
Yeah.
guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Yeah, let's just not look at the chat after this
How
one.
How many people are watching, Bart?
Well over 100 right now.
That's cool.
All right. Here we go. This one, everyone's got to play by the rules on this one. You cannot look at your computer during the entirety of this question. No looking at your keyboard. This
Okay.
question.
middle.
What is the hey? Yeah, okay. What is the only U.S. state?
It's
That
the
can
weirdest thing ever. I feel like I'm acting like a
Okay,
blind.
I'm just staring at my screen.
Well, you
Tell
can
me.
look at the screen. You
Go
don't have
towards
to,
the light,
Oh.
Caroline.
You just can't. Okay. What is the only U.S. state that can be typed entirely using only one row of the keyboard?
How do
Holy
I not look at the
shit.
keyboard?
Oh my god.
Only U.S. state can be typed using one row on the keyboard.
This is going to take forever to answer because
You
we're all
think
trying
that if
to
I
imagine it right
stared
now.
at my keyboard, I'd be able to figure it
I'm
out?
not taking any chances here.
Look at Nick, the freaking Rain Man. You're actually trying to figure shit
Yeah,
out.
I'm trying to think. Right
I have,
now.
I have a lot of time. I'm last now.
I'm
So.
I damn tap dance with fingers on the keyboard. I ain't gonna have a clue.
Am I first?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Come on with it.
I can't.
The
I
worst
really
part
wanna
is I'm going to say something and it's going to be wrong right away. Like I just know that.
Yeah. And I'm going to turn the comments off, and I'm sure people are rioting.
Texas?
Texas. Okay.
Wrong.
It's wrong. Yeah, I know.
Nick the whole time. Nope. Nope.
Like I'm just trying to come up with something. I think
I got
Maggie
it.
just figured it out.
I got it. I
Oh,
type
wow.
all day.
Sobe, hit it.
I'll just do whatever Maggie guesses, obviously.
I'm gonna
You
go
don't
with
want
like
to lock in on what Maggie's
gonna go-
doing here.
I'm gonna go with like Kansas.
Kansas. Okay. Kansas.
Mm.
Wrong.
Is it like Ohio?
I
Maggie.
want to go last. That was my first guess. Oh, it's my
Oh,
turn.
it's-
Yeah.
It is
what
your
do you
turn.
got, Maggie?
It's A-L-A. It's Alaska. A-L-A.
Alaska. Alaska.
I don't.
Right?
Always been a poor
Oh,
typer.
Chancey, hit us with it.
Illinois.
Illinois.
That's
I
pretty
don't
good.
know. I have no clue where. I mean, yeah, I gotta visually see it.
Well,
I
Wow.
want to
Yeah.
look so
of
bad.
course, if you
Dave?
I'm going New York.
New York.
Now I'm looking.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna look at my keyboard.
Rain Man.
I like how Maggie figures it out after everybody goes. Like, no matter
Nick,
what somebody
Nick,
guesses,
what do you
Maggie
got?
starts typing.
That's it.
You idiot.
Yeah, it just is Alaska, I think.
Yeah, I
Right?
think it is. Yeah.
Alaska. Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
have that, but yeah.
The correct answer is Alaska.
Dang.
Alaska. All right,
Nice.
Maggie
Nice.
and Nick split a point.
A-L-A.
Good. We're getting
Yep.
into fractions.
I don't know why we just didn't say, yeah, what she said. I mean, she knows.
Well, I was before her.
You were after her. You totally.
No, I
could've.
know. I get it. Yeah. I should have copycatted that like no tomorrow.
God.
All right.
Hayes, what do you got?
This one's interesting. This one fooled me even. I was just like, wow. Dang. Okay.
The best days.
I already got my answer, but the brain cells. I was a joke earlier, but I know now.
What?
This I will say this is a fantastic comment from Colton. There's so many people that commented different states. And it's like
Using their keyboard?
yeah, and it's like you literally typed the wrong one using your keyboard.
Oh my god!
That's actually great.
That's true. It's really. Wow.
Drunkwood did get it as
Wow.
well, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry, Hayes. Continue. Comments are closed. Yep.
How long was the world record fart?
Oh.
Long
And
was
you
the
lead
world-
it
This
off.
is easy. I checked this one.
What is it being measured in seconds?
It's measured. I can't say that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
How long was the world record fart? All
Is
right?
it metric?
It's minutes and seconds
Okay.
together. Whatever.
Is this a human?
This is a human person. Yeah.
All right.
That was a good question.
Can I play this round if I set the record? Is that fair?
Yes.
Oh,
Like
wow.
during it?
Oh, you mean like break it? Never mind. Let's go.
Sobe.
Oh. 42 seconds. It's a pretty long time.
I don't. Okay.
I mean,
I always feel like when we do number stuff, Sobe's either drastically low or drastically high.
these questions are unreal, dude. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Maggie, what do you got?
32 seconds.
Chansey?
Just straight clean and mean rip or like machine gun.
Like
You know, I mean, it could be continuous or be bopping around. I don't know, man. Let's do 22 seconds. 22 seconds. That's a long rip, straight, clear, and mean. I don't know.
Hayes, how do you find this stuff, dude? Last time, Hayes, where did you go to find this? All your questions.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I sat and pondered on it all day.
Yeah.
And he probably just farted in his truck, and he was like, "This could be a good one." All right, Dave, what do you got?
I watched a lot of Howard Stern growing up, and there's some very talented people when it comes to flatulence. I'm going 1 minute 14 seconds.
Come on, breaking the minute barrier.
Hey, if you want to be the
You'd run out of
best
air,
at
wouldn't you?
something, it takes commitment. You gotta
60. Whoa.
I mean,
Nick,
That's heavy.
you're muted.
Oh, he's so muted.
Okay. Let's do 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Wow.
God,
No way, man.
No.
That's crazy.
I
Is this on
always,
recording?
I
We're gonna
always
look this
feel
up.
like these
can't
answers
hold my
are
breath that
way
long.
longer than you think.
You die.
This is the longest ever.
Yeah, and I feel like people like damn near train for this Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, it's an Asian dude. I'll guarantee you.
whoa.
It is. I guarantee you. They eat more hot dogs than anybody. They outdo everybody on everything. They're good. They're too good.
Stay away from the ethnicity, but my time is. What'd you say, Nick? 2 something?
I think
22.
I think I said, yeah, I don't remember.
I'm gonna go 3:52.
Dang it. It's some stupidly
big
high
jump.
number. It's
Yeah.
definitely, it might be like 10 minutes. I was
I
hoping it'd be
originally
the
was
highest.
gonna guess 7 something, but everybody was
Minutes?
so low that I was like, I'm gonna stay down.
What?
Okay, Hayes, what do you got?
No.
Everybody answered?
Yeah.
All right. The correct answer is 2 minutes, 42 seconds.
God,
Jesus. Hey, and can you look this up and we can hear it? Play it for us. Let's hear this some bit.
No.
What's what? Hayes,
I just looked it up. It's Bernard Clemens. That doesn't,
doesn't
sound like
sound
an
Asian.
Asian. I'm telling you, that's
He's sponsored by
Bernard.
Bush Baked Beans.
All right, Nick with a full point there.
What's give a little bit leaderboard update, and then how many more of these do you guys want to rip?
All right.
oh, there really is a video.
Oh, he's really starting out strong, giving up a lot of gas early.
Oh, man. That's
Good double
elite.
clutch that.
Commentators and stuff. That could be me, Tommy and Zona.
Were there people like cheering? Like, bring it.
oh my God,
It
the
should
leg
be
lift.
whoever can do it the longest with clean underwear. White, clean, fruit of the loom.
Oh my God.
Man, he's got control, man.
The veins got to be popping.
Yeah.
Just imagine the big deep breath.
And there's some controversy because it says here he won the Guinness Book World Record for the longest fart, 40 seconds in this video. I don't know. So hey,
Yeah, Hayes, where did you look this up, buddy?
I mean, not.
Yeah, well, it's not that low. I mean, I've heard Brett fart like at least 45 seconds.
No.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
That's not even half, dude.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Weak. That's soft, Brett.
All right, Pink.
All right. Scoreboard update. Barty Boy with 1, Chancey with 1, Maggie with 2.5, Nick also with 2.5. Sobe and Dave yet to strike here.
Wow.
Hey, did I get a point for the guessing the amount of medals?
You did.
Okay.
You did.
You checking our scorekeepers?
Because you split the Alaska one with Maggie.
Yeah, minus a point for questioning you guys.
All right.
I mean, I can't even see Bart up there. He's covered by live minutes.
I will say I did write this before I knew we were having Dave on. So either this will make me look awesome or you look terrible. So here we go.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is my moment to say.
Oh shit!
Did he just peace out?
Is it a Canadian goodbye? An Irish Canadian goodbye?
He did.
Wow.
He vanished.
He's out. All right, this is perfect. He's tapping out. This is a great question. Taking place on Beaver Lake in Arkansas, the All-American Bass Tournament organized by Ray Scott was cited as being the first modern bass fishing tournament that set the stage for what tournament fishing is today. This was held in June of which year?
Ooh, Dave would have definitely known this for sure.
Yeah,
Dave
Dave would have
gimme.
known this for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Tell me I'm not first for this one.
Is it Sam?
I actually think you are.
Yeah, I think it's Maggie.
Hit us with it.
Shoot.
Looking for a year.
1973.
What? 1973?
Is that really bad?
That's actually pretty reasonable, I think.
I think so. Why'd you say what like that?
Because I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, 1973, please.
That's why people say that typically. They're like, what?
I thought you were
1969.
Ooh, 1969.
Yeah.
Nick.
It was cool. We had this conversation, and I had it with a guy, and down there at Lake Taney, or what the hell's that river down there that you could trout fish and stuff right below
White
where
River?
we had it open. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it all started. That's where they all met and shit down there on the White River.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Anyway.
Nick, what do you got?
1963.
Bart.
God, I feel like these are all really good. And I don't think it was in the 50s. 1965.
So
I'll go 1964. Right in between Nick and Bart.
Smart.
okay. So this is going to have to be the closest without going over, unless we want to use the tiebreaker question to assess who's closer. Or do we go closest without going over?
Tiebreaker question. Tiebreaker question. Tiebreaker.
The correct answer is 1967.
Oh.
So we have a guess of 1969 and a guess of 1965.
All right. What's the tiebreaker question?
You can either each take a half a point, or you can duke it out for a full point with the tiebreaker question.
How you feeling, Chanty? I'll split a point with you if you want.
I mean, let's party.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I need what I can get. I've never done this good in a game in my life. Okay.
All right. Half a point to Chancey and Bart. Hayes.
All right. Approximately how many massage parlors are there in Florida? This is like 7 times the other states around it. I'm like,
You cut out. Say it again.
Approximately how many massage parlors are there in Florida? To name a few: the Lotus Spa, the Royal Relaxation, and Oriental Massage.
In Florida,
question.
you cut out.
Yeah,
Florida.
in Florida.
Florida.
Massage parlors.
Florida. Okay.
In Florida.
How many of them are
Parlors are
there? Oh, them old boys are getting dialed in every 2 seconds down there. Shit. You kidding me? That's why they moved down there, all them retired dudes. Don't be fooled.
And you leave
Shit.
it off, Nancy.
Okay.
God.
Yeah, the whole state of Florida. Shit, man. I bet you there's 400.
400.
That might be low. That might be dumb, but I don't know. I think that's
Is that your final
400.
answer?
400, yeah.
All right.
Locking it in.
Nick?
Oh, I thought this was a tiebreaker or something. Wasn't
No.
Oh, no, they opted out.
We opted out. We mutually agreed to split a point.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about this at
So,
all.
Nick,
I thought you guys
how
were
many
facing off.
massage parlors are there in Florida?
Nick
Oh,
loves
I
Florida.
mean, yeah, it's no, it's 3,427.
You answered quite quickly.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, man. Yeah, maybe I was.
427.
Yeah, ship it.
Got it.
Have you guys been to Florida? There's like so many people there. It's unreal.
And there's so many buildings. Like you get to the Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Orlando area, and it's just so much business.
Probably right.
Fort Lauderdale.
I'm gonna go 2,923.
2,923. Sobe.
I'll do 2,000 on the dot.
Damn, yeah, that's a lot, man. I messed up, I think.
No, that's still.
You might have not, Chancey. That's the problem.
I was thinking about going 500.
400's a lot, boys. That's a lot
per
of
capita.
There might be 400 in Miami.
Yeah.
shit. You're
I'm
probably
going-
right, man. Damn.
Maggie, what are you doing?
I'm going like 8,500.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Going big.
Yeah.
Whoa!
This is big business in Florida, people. Big
I
business.
think so.
Is everyone answered now?
Yeah, we're locked.
This is unbelievable, Maggie. There's 8,966.
Oh my God.
There's 39,000 employees of massage parlors in the state of Florida. There's over 150 get busted each year for bad activities. Bad activities, 150 of them get busted.
How many?
8,966.
Holy shit, man.
Over
Hey,
Maggie just.
Can you give us
Kicking
a
our
few
ass here.
examples of
Maggie's
bad
about to walk
activity?
away with this. She's about
Yeah.
to walk.
Yeah, I mean,
Chance-
games are for children.
You guys are giving Chancey ideas. Let's.
Dave
move
would
on
have
to
known
the
this
next
question, dude. Dave
would've.
would have known.
Why did
Mhm.
Dave dip out?
Dave would have known.
Dave graced us with his presence. All right.
He rage quit because he had no points, to be honest.
Nick,
If I could just get a half a point here, I could definitely say that Dave got last.
So wait, who Maggie got that one?
Maggie, yeah, by a landslide. Yeah.
Dude, I
Full
thought that
point.
was kind of a ridiculous answer, Maggie. I thought that had to been just.
You
way
weren't
too
even.
high.
It wasn't even far off. Yeah, it was awesome.
It's
Man.
ridiculous to me how close that was. I almost said 9,000. I almost said
Like, that was
10,000.
pretty much dead on. That was unbelievable.
Damn, that's unbelievable.
All right, here we go.
Nicely done.
How many more are we running? Hazer, how many more you got?
I mean, I got a couple more, but I mean, if we did like 6, 7 apiece, it'd be like 12, 14, something like that.
All right.
I would say, why don't we do one more from each of you? Then we'll call her.
All right, here we go.
Am I up or you're up?
I'm going. I'm running it right here.
I know you got a bunch. Do some couple Magnum ones, goodies, man.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You shall be familiar with this. This should be level playing field here. Instant ramen noodles. Heard of that?
Delicious.
Instant ramen noodles have a long list of ingredients. The only thing longer is the length of the noodles inside. What is the average length of the entire pack of ramen noodles?
Oh,
Where do you guys find these questions?
And this will be
Where?
measured in feet.
Wow.
Feet?
my
Feet.
Nick's first.
Nick.
Somehow, Nick and Maggie are duking this out, and I feel like Nick's had to lead for a few of the absolute hardest questions to lead for.
I will say Nick is behind by 1 point here, so this would be big.
I demand a recount, but that's
You-
all right.
You need to follow your heart on this one.
It's. I'm gonna go 119 feet.
100.
Dude, that sucker's one noodle, man.
Yeah.
That's one noodle. Just jive multiple times.
What'd you say?
119 feet has
Like
been locked in.
Nick, how long is your boat?
19 feet.
So 100 feet longer than your boat.
Yeah, it's
is the top ramen noodle length.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
go
big
80.
noodle,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go 83 feet. But I'm also not as confident. I'm not as confident that Nick is crazy as when was it the Stolsky Christmas tree question?
Oh, the tallest tree.
Look at that big
Tallest
baby.
tree, and
He blew it on that.
what did he? What was- I
He
don't
said like
remember.
700 feet or something.
Yeah,
It
and
was
we were like, what?
Wrong.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. I said 83. I'll go
83.
with 83.
All right,
Yep.
Sobe.
I'm gonna go 67 feet.
67 feet. Maggie.
6'7".
I feel like it's way more than that. I eat a lot of ramen noodles.
Like how many feet would you say?
Like 600 feet.
600 feet.
Jeez. Dak, okay, we could have approached the Stolsky tree answer there potentially, but I could be way wrong.
Chancy.
Has anybody said 100 foot?
No one has
No.
said 100 feet.
I'll just say 100. It's been a while since I've ate them, and I didn't know it was one noodle. I thought it was like, yeah. Anyway, that sucker. I would have never dreamed. 100
Blew
foot.
my
Let's just
mind.
do a clean 100. You know they had that sucker measured out, even, clean, and mean.
All right, everyone's in. So we have 119, 83, 67, 600, and 100. The correct answer is 167 feet.
Okay.
I couldn't. I was so.
Nick, right back
Yep.
in it. Right
Yeah.
back in it.
Nick,
Yeah.
right? Well, and we got
So
for folks
All right.
listening, we're doing one more question for Trivia with Hayes and Pink, but Trivia with Hayes, we got a tie ball game with Nick and Maggie right now, and we will be bringing in a couple other guests and moving along and doing a bunch more fun stuff. I would like to preview. We have a guest coming on later around 9:30, and you boys would appreciate this. I'm not going to say who the guest is because it is a surprise. But I did receive a text just now that says, and I quote, "I got to find some fucking beers. I'm in a dry county, apparently."
Been there, buddy.
So
Rascal.
we got a party coming. It's we're just getting started here for the 100th. So, Hazer, hit us with your last question.
So commercial fishing was a big thing. They used to net these fish, and net them up, take them the easy way. You know what I mean? Take the fish the easy way. What year did commercial fishing start on Lake of the Woods? This is the Minnesota side. What year did commercial fishing start on Lake of the Woods? It ended because they were netting like too many sturgeon and other irrelevant species, and they figured probably would damage the fishery, right? That's why it ended. But what year did commercial fishing start on Lake of the Woods? Big Traverse Bay,
Great question.
a giant body of water.
That
What
was a
year
good one.
it started?
What year did commercial fishing begin on Minnesota's walleye factory, Lake of the Woods?
This is such a good question to be last.
1923.
Sobe.
What year did not end? What year did it start?
What year did they fire it up?
It ended in 1985. How about that? It ended in 1985.
I feel okay with my answer. Yeah.
Doesn't help, buddy, but
1935.
Maggie.
The 30s, though, that's a long time.
1900.
Dang it.
Chancy.
That's a good guess.
1940.
Close it out, Nick.
I think it's a long time ago. I would say, just to be safe, we'll do 1899.
What?
Oof.
Yeah, I almost
No.
went 18.
I think it's like even a while before that, I think.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What do you got, Hayes?
the correct answer is 1884.
God,
Nick.
I was gonna do 1893, and I was like, it can't be the 1800s.
That's so long.
Dude, you're
ago.
cheating. You got Lyco.
Yeah.
Nick is AI.
All right, I want to deal the tiebreaker question for everyone here.
Okay.
Just as our final wrap up to this. I think you'll all be mad when you don't know the answer to this, so I'm going to throw it out because it's a fishery I think everyone here is partaking in. Lake Mille Lacs, cited as the most popular fishing lake in the state of Minnesota. Brings people from all over the place to fish there. How many public boat launches are there on Lake Mille Lacs?
Wow. Can I answer this one?
You can. I'd like to hear.
Is Hayes gonna lead or who leads?
Yeah, fire it up, Hayes.
Public.
Take it away.
Public that you don't have to. Yeah, no marine.
Public
Okay.
boat launches.
Or should Hayes be last? Oh, go ahead.
Public.
Hayes should be last. Hayes should be
Okay,
last.
hey,
Sobe goes.
okay, you've been demoted.
Yeah.
No, I thought I
That's
just didn't I just start it off?
I just led. Sobe, you go. We'll do the same rotation.
I'm gonna say there's 6.
6. Maggie. Lake Mille Lacs. Public boat launch availability. How many?
12.
12. Chancy.
Man, I know there ain't very. Most of that shit's marina, and you got to pay. I think if that doesn't count, it's just where you can pull up in there and clean and mean, huh? 4.
Nick.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe like 13.
God damn it. That's literally the number I was thinking.
Dude, I drove run it. Yeah.
Bart
Hayes?
and Hayes. Or whatever.
Or I can go then, Hayes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
9.
9. Hazer.
8.
8. Someone did get the correct answer.
Bart.
And it's Nick.
The correct answer is 13 public boat.
Fuck, God.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Nick, or was it a guess?
Yeah, no, it's just a guess. Yeah.
I was going to guess
Unbelievable.
13 for the record, and then, yeah. But
I can
oh
only
well.
think, I
Nick's
can only,
better.
I can only think of 6 personally.
You're not calling like, hey, you're not calling like Hunters a public boat ramp, right?
No.
Okay.
The resorts might have public access technically.
Yeah, I think I would also say if you're listening to this, I would recommend not launching at a public access, ideally.
I would say that too. Would not recommend.
I mean, the Miramar access is horrible. It's like horrible in the winter.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, Nick Lindner is your episode 100 trivia champion.
Wow. Well done.
It's incredible.
Well
Incredible. Incredible work, everyone.
Everybody.
That was a good dog fight.
Give a round of
between
applause.
Maggie.
That was
really good.
That was for everybody. We had so many people when we were coming up with the 100th episode. We were like, what should we do? So many comments were leaded off with trivia with Hayes with a bunch of people.
I would also like to point out that Dave Mercer forfeited his position and will take dead last.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. Well, all right, boys. We're going to move on to our next segment. But before we do, we got to bring some new guests in. That means we got to say some goodbye to some people. Chat and everybody, please thank Maggie for coming on out.
Maggie's got to stay for at least.
Oh, yeah. Maggie's got to stay for a second, actually. Chancey, thank you for showing up and being with us.
I actually got some lobster rolls I'm making, so I gotta get up. They probably all got 8.
Oh, get in there.
I'm at a little party, a little get together here.
All right, you go hang out with people.
Hey,
we appreciate
you guys have a good one. Have a fun rest of your fall. I'm gonna get up there and ice fishing with you boys, whether you like it or not. So be prepared.
Yeah, Chancey.
Right.
Thank you again, Herd Bull.
See you guys.
Hazer, thank you for bringing the fire for everybody.
Thank you, buddy.
No problem, buddy.
Have fun up in good old Canada and get some rest.
Thank you, brother.
All right,
buddy, and safe travels.
See you, Hazer.
Buddy.
All right. Now we will be we will bring in, should we just bring the new guests in too?
Bring them in, dude.
We'll bring them in, and then Maggie, we got to give you your time. You just got engaged. We want to hear the story.
Yeah.
You really don't need to.
We
need
got
to
to hear
hear
this.
Toby, so you got to talk about it. The PTB fans want to know. So we'll introduce our new guests. Surprise. Nobody knew he was coming. DM to Buddy. We got TJ Erickson on the pod for the first time.
What up?
What up?
Real.
Sobe, I figured if you could visualize it, then it might happen.
Great. That's great.
How do these dude between Nick and TJ, they are just, these two are AI, dude. The backgrounds and that they could do and come up like we are living in a
I totally stole the
different
idea
universe.
from Nick when I saw the live scope background.
Unreal.
So we got TJ joining us.
Here.
We got TJ joining us. We're gonna have a bunch of fun, and we also got fan favorite and maybe our favorite Canadian, but don't tell Jay or Aaron.
Bring him in.
Mr. Clayton.
Look at that. That's a proper background.
I want TJ's background. That is unreal. Like you know when you see something, you're like, why didn't I think of something like that?
I'm going to the bathroom.
Amazing.
My second pee break.
I mean, I can kick you out, Clayton, and I can give you some time to go Photoshop, do a couple things, and come on back.
Are you kidding me? I'm so bad at technology. I'll need a few days to figure that stuff out. Like,
Oh, perfect. All right. But Maggie, the floor is yours. You just got engaged. Tell us about it. Tell the PTB fans about it. You've been here. You've been on the pod since like way beginning. First probably 20 episodes. So everybody here knows you. We're all happy for you. How'd it go down?
Thank you. I'm honored. You want me to bring Andrew in here? He's in the other room watching this live.
No, that's fine. We don't need Andrew.
Hey now. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try to make it short and sweet for you guys, I guess. But my parents live up in the middle of nowhere, like right on the border of the UP. We went up to visit them for a long weekend for like New Year's weekend. This is a funny part of the story. I guess Andrew asked my dad for permission last February. Usually when you ask, like, you're going to do it soon. So I guess at one point my dad texted him and was like, hey man, like, what's up? Did you change your mind? So unlike Sobe,
that's got to be the worst text to get as a dude.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't last forever.
Yeah, he was very prepared, I guess. So we went up there. And nobody knew anything. Andrew didn't tell anyone anything. And the plan was Saturday we were going to grouse hunt in the morning, ice fish in the evening. Woke up, it was super cold, super windy, and I had an unboxing video I needed to film. So I was like, hey boys, why don't you guys go out grouse hunting? I'll hang back here, get ready, do the video so that we're ready to go out ice fishing when you get back. So my dad and Andrew went grouse hunting. Andrew let my dad know that it was going to go down today, let him in on the plan. They got to scheming. And then they come back and we were getting ready to go out ice fishing. And I remember thinking this was weird, but my dad loves food, so I didn't think much of it. But he was like, yeah, and if we get hungry out on the ice, I'll just come back up to the house because the lake's like right behind their house. I'll come back up to the house and get some snacks. And I remember thinking, like, why don't you just bring them now? But whatever. So we go out ice fishing. We're chasing crappies around with the live scope, and not long at all, my dad's like, I'm getting hungry. I'm going to go grab some snacks. So I'm like, okay, Dad, go on. And then we're hole hopping. The crappies were moving super fast. And Andrew would be like, oh, they're over here. Try this hole. Nothing. They're over here. Try this hole. Nothing. And then eventually I was at one and he was behind me with the live scope. This is like my favorite line forever. He just goes, look at all these fish. And I turn around and he's like on one knee with the ring. And I was just awkward. I was like, are you serious? And then I don't want to embarrass him, but it was I kind of blacked out too, like you guys said, but it was some sort of cute, fishing line. And he said that I didn't even say yes. I said, thank you. I was like, thank you.
Thank you.
And then like a little bit later, he was like, you meant yes, right? Like we're good. This much. I have consent.
Yeah. But so it's not like on film or like there's no pictures of it actually happening, but that lake up there is super private. So we were the only ones out there, which actually makes it kind of cool to me. I don't know. That's
really cool.
It was awesome. Yeah.
My takeaway from that story is that he didn't find any fish and just
we caught
bamboozled you into turning around. But
we caught one. Oh yeah. We saw them. They were just moving fast. And I caught one and then I wanted to keep fishing, but I guess my mom knew and she was back at the house watching the pups. So they were like, no, we should pack up and go back. But so my dad came back from getting snacks with a cooler full of champagne and beers. So we drank those in the shack out on the ice and then went back up to the house and my mom had like 2 candles lit and champagne glasses out and champagne and stuff. So it was fun.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, we know Randy listens to our podcast heavily, and all I heard was Live Scope bringing people together.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's part of our love story.
Yeah. Big part of love story. Marriage happening because of it.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Take note.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And not that anyone asked, but this is the couch I'm wearing on my
Andrew.
finger, according to Mercer.
Yeah.
That was worth the wait, I guess. Andrew and I, not 13 years, but we were together over 6. So
there you go. Well, fantastic. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing with us. And yeah, boys, anybody else got anything for Maggie?
You were standing and he was like down on one knee?
No. So I left that part out, but I felt funny because I was fishing like on my knees and I turned around. So he's on one knee and like I was on my knees too. And I was like, like, I'm so awkward. I was like, do I stand up? Like, I don't know what to do.
You're like, I'm panicking.
Yeah. But I just wound up like hugging him and apparently saying thank you.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Thank you so much for coming, Maggie.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Happy 100th episode.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie.
All right.
I'm just envisioning Maggie like dapping up Andrew.
You're the best.
Appreciate the hell out of this, dude.
Cracking a bush.
Thank you.
He's like, so is that a yes?
Oh my God.
All right. So we got a full squad in here now again. We have moved on from trivia. If people got questions too in the chat, we got kind of the plan here is we got a full ice fishing squad in the house. This is what a crew. What a crew we got here.
Wow.
This is awesome. So first off, I want to lead it off. TJ, this is your first time being on the pod.
It is.
Want to just, for all the people listening and everything, who is TJ? We all know TJ. TJ's making big time YouTube videos out there, crushing it. We love him. We love to see it. But yeah, man, introduce yourself. How'd you get into this?
Yeah, TJ Erickson. I live up in Park Rapids, Minnesota, and I am currently, feel like I'm in a little bit of the same boat as Pink here. I'm currently still teaching, but I started out when I moved to Park Rapids. A lot of you guys probably know Jason Durham. He's guiding up here, and my plan, I grew up fishing Lake of the Woods, so my plan was to guide on Lake of the Woods. Ended up moving to Park Rapids, so started guiding out here. Durham invited me along and actually invited me on a trip up to Cusco Falls, and that is where Nick and I met for the first time. And so I saw a little bit of like the inside of the fishing industry, which that was all new to me, just seeing any of that side of thing, because I grew up in Rosa and we just got the internet last year, so we don't have a lot of stuff up there. Yeah. So yeah, that started guiding, and then realized, okay, you can get some business through this YouTube thing. So I started making YouTube videos to promote the business. And then I realized, oh, you can actually make some money doing this too. So I was like, this is a lot more flexible, a lot less stressful. As much as I loved guiding, so I took a step back from guiding a couple of years ago, and yeah, just been doing the YouTube thing while still teaching, and fingers crossed we can be, keeping pushing on this whole content side of things here soon.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I mean, this is a great comment here too, and I do appreciate it as well. DSL Wizard said, thank you to all the teachers that are fishing guides and content creators. I will say that too. I've watched TJ's videos. TJ, you are so good at teaching people. Like it's very obvious you're a teacher when you watch videos, because you're so much better than I am at it or anybody else.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but I appreciate it a bunch.
Well, since we're all glazing TJ so much, I should also mention that if you ever go on a fishing trip with TJ, 100% guaranteed he will catch more and bigger fish than you, no matter where you go, no matter what you fish for. So
I don't know about that. Technically, Nick, you are the technical current Walleye Cup champion. So truthfully, even though the last videos were posted, so technically you have the last one.
Yeah, I think fair enough.
I don't have anything nice to say about you currently, so I'm just going to pass on this one, I think. So.
Yeah, I'll say pass too. I feel like ugly backgrounds, like medium face.
Yeah, we don't need any.
I would just like to know, TJ, you said you feel a little bit like Pink. Are you saying that because you have yet to leave your current job, but you're debating doing it?
Yes. Okay. I mean, obviously that'd be awesome. So we just got some things that need to get worked out before that,
for sure,
as I'm sure Pink can relate to, but obviously that's the goal. That's the dream.
Yeah. It's just Pink's going to get highly more peer pressured than you probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The aggression level really ramps up when it comes to my turn, I think. And it's a whole thing here.
Let's keep it that way.
I know you're new to the pod, but boy.
Yeah, maybe Clayton, you can probably teach him about how we need to sell Pink on quitting his job. You're normally pretty good at it. You're one of our best sellers of Pink quitting.
I one time I gave him the rant and gave him the spiel, but that's it. I'm not a pusher. I do it once and give my whole thing, and that's it. And then they got to make their own decisions from there.
Almost like they got to be an adult, right?
So what you're saying is you're not mad, you're just disappointed.
Oh, that was that OG. That was that OG dad. I'm not mad.
I am not disappointed. You live your life the way you want to live it, and you make the choices, and you just push forward no matter what. I'm not disappointed in you.
This is such a dad talk. I love it so much because it's just solely like it's just this little.
I should have Clayton hug right here.
No, I got you.
All right, boys. So, Clayton, what you been up to lately, man? How's ice fishing up in your neck of the woods? How's it been?
I am at the moment completely burnt out and exhausted as I fished 10 of the last 11 days on the ice, and not only was fished, I toured around Manitoba. I think I put on close to 1,800 miles in 10 days. Wow. Driving everywhere, chasing fish for that 7 species slam on Fish Donkey. So I'm at the moment ice fished out a little bit, even though I'm taking Cindy tomorrow, but it was an epic trip. It all fell together, no doubt. So
and he's not going to mention it, but he won. So
yeah, I did.
Oh yeah. He got the dub.
It's over.
Yeah, Clayton won. I think he's frozen right now.
I think he's frozen.
Let's be honest. Is it really that big of a surprise? I mean, come on.
And we'll leave him here frozen because he looks so happy.
I see that shimmer of live scope from Nick's screen in Clayton's glasses right now as he's frozen. I like my Clayton with a live scope shimmer on his glasses with a tuxedo t-shirt that says I scope, but I'm formal and I'm here to party.
Yeah, he will be back. I'm sure Clayton will be back here in a sec. His wife, I probably just went out. But yeah, no, Clayton's been doing good stuff. Nick, how's your season been going? I mean, Actually, maybe fill the people in. You and I were on the phone the other night for an extensive period of time, and then I did see your truck lifted up getting repaired. So maybe fill the people in on that. And I would like to know, is it broken?
Yeah, oh, should we are you here, Clayton? Are you frozen again?
Apparently I didn't pay Elon this month or something, I guess. Like, no. I was like, I did literally just lose the internet. So no, continue. All good. Sorry.
We just when you broke up, we just talked about how you actually forgot to you buried the lead. You forgot to mention that you actually ended up winning the tournament. Maybe you should tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I did get lucky and win. I don't know. Well, come on, man. When you travel that much, you have to get some lucky bites too.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I have never went and targeted whitefish other than once for the game of inches. And I went to Clear Lake and I smashed 23 and a half inch whitey. Like, I got lucky with the right bite. I could easily got a 20 incher, right? Or a 21. I went to Metagosh. I don't know if it's Metagosh or Metagashi. Bluegill fishing, caught a 10-inch bluegill. Like, dang. What? Like in the first half an hour. Like, it was just ridiculous. So it was like, it's one of those things where you need all the bites to kind of come together. And then like the species that I have the most faith in for myself for pike, I grinded for 4 days total. And on the third day, I finally got a 43 incher, and then I capitalized on the fourth day and got a 45 incher. So
wow.
That was like my pike's my bread and butter for that sense. So it's like I just have to go check off the boxes for some of the other species and then really put some time in for that one. And yeah, I'm okay mentioning the sizes of the fish and talking about it just because of the fact that that's all public or whatever. I filmed the whole thing, and I'm going to make a video, just one video of like start to finish. It could be an hour and a half video. I don't know what it's going to be. I have no
That's going to be sweet.
So cool.
But like I just vlogged the whole trip basically right from the start to the end. I don't have any like cool shots of like all the slush we had to deal with and that stuff, because it was like you just got to your spot and then you started fishing and ran a head camera or whatever, right? So
yeah, you're going to turn it all into one video.
I'm going to do one video with it for this one.
That's going to be cool.
One video.
That'd be really cool.
Literally catching in Manitoba, we have what's called a master angler, and I caught a master angler in every species besides perch. And the perch one, it was like I just wanted to get something close to 13 inches. I got a 12 and a half. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going pike fishing because I only had a 39 incher, and it was like all of a sudden you get a 43 incher, like you're gaining 4 inches instead of just half an inch. So it was like a lot of strategy involved with that stuff, and I really enjoy it. So
yeah. How did of course I got to ask, how did your second escapade crappie fishing go?
So I fished to start with. I went and fished a new lake to me to challenge myself a little bit, and it was nice enough where I could kind of fish outside. And I got my butt kicked in the first like 4 hours. Like on this lake, I went and checked a bunch of different holes. I went and checked some of the main basins and all that, and I saw a couple of them, but I couldn't get on top of them. So then I went to a spot where I know that I could probably catch at least like a 12 incher, set up the shack, and happened to get a 13 and a half. Nice. So it was just, again, it was one of those things where it was enough where I was like, okay, I'm moving on, right? If I would only got a 12 incher, I probably would have tried to do one more day. But like I said, my whole goal was to just get back home and save as many days for the pike as I could.
You must have fished a decent amount of days for walleyes too, because wasn't the frostbite event going on too?
It was, but I didn't really participate in the second frostbite walleye tournament. I started the 7 species slam on walleye, and I got a 28 incher in the first hour and a half, and I was like, okay, now what? And I got suckered into, I should have moved straight to pike that day, but I'm like, well, maybe I can upgrade like a half an inch or an inch, and ended up not upgrading anything for a walleye that day. But there's lots, like I said, there's a whole bunch of that strategy of like, when should you go? What's, like you have to kind of have a number in your head of like what you want to get and what you kind of think was going to take to win. And Aaron and I both were thinking we're going to need 150 inches this year to possibly win. And I ended up with 151 3/4. Wow. And apparently the record in that tournament before was 147 inches. So it was
nicely
good.
Done. Nicely done.
Smash.
There's a lot of luck involved in terms of the right bites. Like I'm not going to, like you got to have a lot of stuff has to just work out. So
how did Aaron end up doing in the tournament?
Aaron crushed the whole thing, but he ran into whitefish problems. He was swinging for the fence for a big whitefish and struck out. He needed a 23-inch whitefish to tie me before I caught the 45-incher. So going into
Why
the
didn't
last
he go to?
so yeah, so he had, obviously he's strategizing too and what he's going to do, and his story is his story to tell. But you know, I'm sure he was planning his last day. It was like, I'll go get a whitefish, and I'll try to upgrade my pike, and I'll try to upgrade my crappie. Like I remember messaging him like the night before, the night of the last, the eve of the last night or last day, and I'm like, you're probably crappie fishing right now, aren't you? To try to upgrade that, so because crappie better at night than a whitefish. And he sends me a picture of like a crappie that he literally just upgrades like right then. I'm like, I know him. I know what he's doing. He went hard the whole time for it too. We both fished 10 of the 11 days. He had a family day, one for Christmas one day, and I took a day off to kind of just focus and regroup a little bit, and then ended up going, like I said, 10 out of the 11 days. So
that's awesome. Incredible.
And there was a guy from Minneapolis, 330 Maniac, Scott. He crushed it. Like
Scott does awesome. He's up in that Ottertail
Western
County
Minnesota.
area.
He was going all over too. I was messaging with him today. We're gonna probably do a live stream at some point of like chatting with each other about like what was going on through your head and your whole game plan and all that stuff through the whole thing. But he had 147 inches, which would have tied last year's first place. After he saw that I caught the big pike, and he like literally said he got off the lake that night, went to the bait shop, and like drove to Lake of the Woods at 4 a.m. to try to go upgrade his pike on the last day. Like
that's so cool.
It's just like
you
know, there's not a large amount of money on the line for something like this. It's just like the drive to push yourself, right? Like I know when I left home, I had a 28-inch walleye and a 39-inch pike. And I told Cindy, I'm like, I'm just going to go take it a species at a time. And as soon as I get to a point where I know I can't really put a good bag, I'll just turn around, come home, and just stop fishing the event. But it was like I caught the whitefish, I caught the bluegill, I caught the bass. It's like you just keep going. You're like, holy crap, this is actually happening.
All right, did you get the pike jigging or on a tip up? I
caught it on a tip up, but not on a tip up. I caught it on a rod on a dead bait. I caught it in the shack on underwater camera. So it's it's like
yes.
Yeah, I was running one tip up outside, and then we had such bad slush conditions where I was, and the one spot where I wanted to have a tip up, like I absolutely had to put a tip up in a certain spot. It was the only circle area where I could put my shack because everything else was slush. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm running a line in the shack. Like that's the way it's going to be. So I sat in the dark for 2 days, just sat there with the first day I took the live scope because I wasn't planning on doing it like that. And then the second day I'm like, well, I'm going back to the underwater camera because I was staring down this hole anyway. So yeah, so I literally had I did the underwater camera with like on the top, just looking straight down or whatever. And yeah, so
dude,
so that's your first pike over 40 inches, right?
I pike fished for 2 days at the start of the event, like in days 2 and 3, and I got a 38 and a 39. And I'm like, if you had told me I could only get a 39-inch pike in 2 days, like actually fishing for pike, I would have been like, yeah, right. Like I was so confident with the whole pike thing. I'm going to get a 41, 42, won't be a problem. Well, my whole like demeanor changed after that. And like, I was too confident about this, but it turns out it worked out in the end anyway. So
I've got a good question here for you, Clayton. Michael wants to know, how did you thaw your gear on the road, or did you just deal with the frozen mess the next day?
I just dealt with the frozen mess. It was like on the road, I spent 4 days and 3 nights, and my sled was like a popsicle the whole time. Like it helped. I never had the worst slush conditions on the actual road on some of that stuff. It was pretty good. The worst slush conditions were at home, and there I could bring my sled into the garage every night and thaw it out. And I have a heated floor garage, so it's like it just dries everything so quick. So that was good in that sense. But yeah, the frozen gear on the road, it was like I literally just left everything in my trailer, took my live scope into the hotel every night because I stayed in a hotel for 3 nights. I just froze again, didn't I? stayed in a hotel for three of the nights, different hotel, and just kept sending it. Thankfully, it's like nothing ever really froze that bad. It was pretty good.
Dang.
Clayton, what's your biggest pike through the ice? Is that close to it, or is that it?
47 3/4 through the ice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
It's 40. Once you honestly, 45 is such a hard number. Like I think I only have. I sound like a donkey saying this, but I think I have like 7 fish over 45 through the ice. I think.
I thought you were going to say you just don't catch them every day, and I was going to agree.
Well, you don't catch them every day, but it's like that. The spot I was fishing is like I think I caught 3 fish that whole day. It's like it's just I know that there's giants that like lurk, and it's like you just have to have the patience and make sure your bait's sitting perfect and all that stuff, because there's a good chance you're gonna get an opportunity at some point. Like, but
that's fair.
It was, and that was probably my B spot. My A spot that I wanted to fish, I tried to check it out, and it was so slushed I couldn't even like. There was no setting up a shack or anything. I was so hooped. Like it's like fishing open water basically. Like it was nuts.
Dang.
Unreal. That
is an unreal tournament. That is awesome. Well done and nicely done, Clayton. That is freaking awesome.
Yeah, good freaking work.
It's a roller coaster. Like the high, or you have highs and you have lows. Like I remember going from the bluegill to the perch, and it was like I struck out in the perch in the afternoon, and I'm like, oh no, like now what am I gonna do? Like you're just it's not good in that sense. But when it happens, like you got the music rocking in the truck after a big bite, and you're like, I'm the best in the world. Nothing can stop me.
I think I'm the freaking best.
Yeah, come at me, boys. And then you get somewhere you get straight humbled, and it's like, okay, like, yeah. It was cool out the Eastern Manitoba stuff, because where I am, I'm an hour and a half basically to like my first lake. I go to the Eastern Manitoba. I go to the first crappie lake, and it's like, man, this isn't going good. Look at my phone. I'm like, oh, the next lake I want to fish is 20 minutes away. Load the sled up, go to the next lake and fish. I'm like, this is amazing. You can go fish a bunch of different lakes in the same day. Like where I am, you're stuck on that lake for the day. You are committed.
This might be a stupid question, but do you have to be on the ice for this particular derby?
You don't. Like I know there was one bass that was caught and one perch even too that was on a boat. I feel like I think they're going to change it to strictly ice fishing at some point. I think they almost did it this year. Because that could be a whole different game too, right? Where it's like, how far do you want to push yourself in that sense, right? Like the time becomes a factor though. It's like you can only drive so far or whatever and do it all. Like and obviously safety is a number one concern. Like there's no falling. You can't fall asleep while you're driving or do something like that, because one accident and it's like it just gives the whole fishing community a bad name in that sense. Like look what these donkeys are doing.
Yeah.
So, but
I think there's some opportunities, right? Like Mississippi River and stuff like that, different places where you can catch big bass and walleye and perch and stuff.
Totally. Yeah. There's definitely different options for it. So it's the more species you add, the more challenging it gets, right? Of like what you have to do. Because you might be like, okay, I can get a giant this and this, but if I can only get a small whitefish and somebody has a 24-inch whitefish and the best you can do is 12 inches, that you can't make that ground up, right? Like, because somebody's going to catch like the best of the best. Like I know when I put all the numbers together, like 154 to 156 inches is like where you're kind of maxing out. And everything would have to go just perfect.
Wow. I do have a good question here for everybody. Not that it's relevant to someone on this stream, but what's the best kid rod to fish with in a tournament?
A Barbie,
yeah. I feel like Snoopy is super underrated, right?
I think Paw Patrol is really getting up there, though.
It's at the end of the day, like it's all personal preference. Like I'd say
Spider-Man.
That sounds pretty good.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, let those drag washers sing.
It's all personal preference. That's how I'd answer the question, probably.
Okay, I do got another good question. I think Nick, TJ, and Clayton, you guys can probably answer this really well. Not this one. This one. Okay. What are some good strategies for finicky walleyes on tip ups or dead sticks specifically? You guys are much more walleye
Seem
qualified.
qualified.
Yeah. So
You guys-
I don't know.
you
You
guys
guys all
Nick
answer
and
however
TJ.
you want. Maybe Nick kick it off or TJ, then we'll get over to Clayton.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it is it's set lines, right? So drop shot, or is that what the question was? I don't drop shots. You know, I love to use a drop shot, little single hook. I'd say like a number 4 octopus hook with just kind of a moderate size shiner on there, and just get away from that bait. That would be my 2 cents.
Yeah, I would say something similar. Honestly, I go a little different route. I have a number 4 octopus hook as well, usually. And then if I'm shallow, like sometimes you can get those big walleyes in shallow water. Then I sometimes won't even use any sort of weight and let that thing just swim around all freely, especially if it's a bigger minnow. But a lot of times I'll use just a small split shot, depending on how clear the water is, all that kind of stuff, 4 to 6 inches or so above it even. I'll let that thing kind of swim around down there. But the other one that's kind of, I feel like sneaky underrated at times, is just like a smaller tungsten jig. I've caught some really big walleyes on small tungsten jigs, partially on my dead stick, but also, like my dead stick sitting right next to me, but also on set line. So that's another one that I do. But like Nick said, drill your holes out early. That's what I do all the time. Get to your spots, find, I like to fish structure. So I'll fish a lot of structure and I'll go find little sweet spots on those little inside turns, those little points, those little bump outs, drill out all those spots early and then get away from them. But I like to keep an eye on it. I'll still know where all my spots are. And I'll still be, moving that scope around, checking things out. And if I see fish moving, sometimes there's like a specific line these fish are moving. Then I might move it. Okay, that's closer to that inside turn. So then I'll move my set line over there. But early downsizing, all that stuff, depending on the water, going down to even if they're really finicky, you can go down to 4-pound tests on your fluoro and get very finesse. That can get tricky on those bigger ones. But if you're, just looking for targeting finicky walleyes, that's pretty tough to beat. But set lines are just a great way to go for any sort of finicky fish.
I'm going to go completely in opposite direction with all of this because there is no perfect answer for something like this, obviously. And there's like so many different ways to do it. But I'm going to go to a little bit of a bigger presentation with a 5 or 6 inch Cisco to make it worth it for that fish to want to eat, or a sucker, 5-inch sucker minnow, something like that. Where we are in Canada, where I fish mostly, you can't even use live stuff. So it would be a dead Cisco, a dead sucker, and hang it like 3-4 feet off of the bottom. Make the fish come up to it and get itself vertical, because once it's vertical, it has to make a decision. Am I going to eat or am I going to turn around and leave? If the fish gets to stare at it horizontal, it gets to stare at there for 10 minutes. It can just sit there perfectly buoyant, not moving, and look at it. Once it goes vertical, it has to get to a time where it makes a decision. Make that bait worth, or make the meal worth its time to eat it. Yes, they're finicky, but they still, if they're opportunists. If they see an easy meal where it's like, geez, I could eat this 6-inch Cisco right now and not have to worry about eating for the next 4 or 5 days, here we go. So there's no one right way to do it. Basically, the biggest thing with any finicky walleye, like Nick and TJ just said, is quiet, away from everything else, and time. You have to just be willing to put the time in for a finicky fish more than anything.
That's awesome.
Another super little trick too, just a teeny one. Sorry, not to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good.
Just make the segment too long or anything.
No, you're good. It's fantastic. Do it.
Just put your live scope down and they just jump through the hole. No, I was gonna say take just a small little jig or whatever, or one of those little single hook spoons, and just tail hook a fathead, and if you're on sand or something, just lay that thing on the bottom. It's a really sneaky little way to get them to go. A lot of times, if they're anyway, it's a good strategy.
All right, I got a follow-up question since you guys partake in walleye angling so much. Have you ever used an automatic hook setter for walleye fishing?
I have not yet. Go ahead, Clayton.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't.
No, I haven't either.
Pink and I have.
Well,
actually,
since
believe it or
me
not.
and Bart clearly have more experience in this area than all three of you, I would not recommend that.
I wouldn't either.
I know.
Well, it's
guys,
funny because
I know the guys do it. The Conrads do it. The fishing geeks do it all the time.
I think their fish are a lot more aggressive.
We got absolutely worked, and we have way less minnows now. So there you go.
Walleyes don't like drop it a lot, like trout will like grab the bait and like spit it really fast a lot of times. Walleyes don't.
What's the problem? What were you running into? Like, were they eating it and then not hooking up, or what was the deal?
Yeah,
just not hooking up.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a rod problem then.
Sounds like a skill issue.
That sounds like
all the above. I would say all of the above.
You need a stiffer fiberglass rod that buries the hook, probably because their mouth is so hard compared to a stock trout or a panfish or something, right? Like, sharpen those hooks and upsize those rods, boys.
It could. I mean, what we were using hot rods. What hot rods were we using, Pink?
Whatever. Like I don't know. Like they were pretty like it sent it to the moon when it fired. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Well, were you feeling like the fish were getting like hooked up and the rod was going for a second and then they got off? Or it was just like they were grabbing the tail and just
We're grabbing the tail. Okay, and then going. Okay.
I don't think they were eating the bait.
Another thing you can do with those is you can like set them so that they have to take a certain amount of line before it sets the hook. If I've never done it for walleyes because it just became legal here in Minnesota. But like if I was going to play with like one thing, that would be the first thing I would play with.
Yeah, like because walleyes will do that where they grab the first minnow and then they'll second take, right? Like they'll.
But how would you set that up? You just like pull some out onto the ice and like lay it there, or what?
There's different ways you can do it. Like the guys in like Milwaukee who brown trout, do it like super religiously for brown trout. I can't remember if there's like they have I don't know. There's probably a few ways you could do it. Like you could maybe clip the line under like a little rubber band, or you could maybe have like one of those little, I don't even know, something in line where you can actually pull it down and there's a little bit of weight. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but people actually do that.
We didn't think this through at all. We just put them out there and then didn't work.
It didn't go great.
But wow, is it exciting when they fire off.
Dude, I will say, so I learned a couple things tip-up fishing the other night with Pink. I have not done a lot of it, but I feel like I learned a lot very quickly. Number one, you don't need a flag on an automatic device because when it goes off, anybody for the next county heard it. Like it is like, and you're just like, whoa.
Also, I would highly recommend rigging your tip-ups prior to getting to the lake.
During prime time.
I would recommend that.
Yeah.
Solid tip.
Adam's sitting there just.
I would also.
He did nothing.
No, I did nothing. I was filming. I'm the camera guy. Remember. I would also say too, not a plug, but like if you are a night fisherman, those clam watchtower tip-ups, I know they're very expensive. Pink and I will both oblige. You will see it for a mile. When that light
too bright
penetrates your soul when it goes off. It's like
I was sitting in my living room putting it because it doesn't come with batteries in it. You have to put, and it was the lights were like down, like it was dim. And I put the batteries in and turned it on, and I just about blinded I couldn't see anything for like 15 minutes.
They are wicked good. They're wicked good. And they're even good during the day if you turn the light on during the day.
How come everybody keeps coming closer to us?
Yeah, at that point, it's just free game. It doesn't matter who's in the area. Like whoever gets there first.
Yeah, those boys are on them. How do you know? Well, their lights are going off again.
Yeah, again and again and again.
I have a question.
Add like a siren onto it.
I have a question for the bottom three, or maybe it doesn't apply to Clayton as much because he doesn't use live bait.
I have a couple more good questions.
During finicky walleyes, like especially on set lines or tip-ups, do you guys ever cut the tails like on your suckers or shiners? Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't do it routinely because I can usually, in the areas that I'm going to fish right now, I have to fish very short amounts. And so I'm going to go to like my high percentage areas. But if I'm in areas where it's like super tough, yeah, I've pulled that out before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times too, if you do it, like watch your stuff on scope too, you can see your minnow like evading the walleye.
It's unbelievable
That's like
how high they'll actually swim up. And that's like when TJ was
Yeah.
talking about how like he sometimes will go no weight potentially on some of his tip ups or set lines. It's like if you see him on scope or on your underwater camera, it's unbelievable how high they'll swim and they'll just stay up there. So that's why I thought I cut the tails a lot, and I just think I don't know. I think that's a good tip for whoever commented for finicky walleyes.
Yeah. Yeah, basically clip it so that they can't swim around as much. Like that's one thing you mentioned underwater cameras is like I would set up a lot of like underwater cameras for bass, you know, and then have a set line, and it's like you'll have like 4 fish like and it just can't catch that minnow. It's like a super lively minnow and it just can't get it. And then you walk over there and you clip it up and it, eventually the bass give up on it, right? And then you clip the tail and it's still lively, like it looks awesome. It just can't get away, you know.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, way back in the day I was fishing some smallmouth through the ice, had a jig and then a dead stick down with a minnow, and like you said, I watched it on a camera and I could watch it evade it, and they were like, that is too much work. So then you cut a little bit off and they were like, and they kind of follow it for a bit and it couldn't get away, and they're like, all right. So yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I do want to, so real quick, we have a surprise guest who wanted to come in, and he wants to wish Sobe a happy engagement and just talk with him real quick. So nevertheless, this is actually extremely ironic. We're bringing this man into a hell of a walleye conversation and ice fishing conversation, and that is Mr. Rich Lindgren Hellabass.
What's going on, Hellabass? Happy days. Welcome to the pod. Welcome to 100th episode. Thank you for being here. You are a live streamer, and this is our first live stream. Are we doing well, or
we're doing it? Welcome to the live realm. So yeah, looks good. Got all the things figured out. I mean, besides all the ice fishing and multi-species garbage, I mean, other than that, it's pretty good.
What are you talking about? I just brought up bass fishing. Come on.
Yeah.
There has to be part of the conversation where we were talking about releasing pike, and you had to be like, no,
you grease them all. Eat a pike, save a chatterbait. That's my motto.
So do you bite the tails off of your minnows as well, Rich?
Like Sakamadas? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. Like if you're getting too much kick on it, would you say you bite the tail off?
No.
Well, it's been great talking.
No, we did. So I did invite Rich on. He wanted to chat with Sobe real quick, so I'll kind of let him take it from here. I know.
Yeah, I don't want to derail the whole show. Yeah, but I just want to congratulate Sobe and really congratulate Steph.
Thank you
for putting up with you delaying it for so many years. And part of me thinks this is just a smokescreen to like take and deflect even more off your fantasy fishing bet. And just let's not forget that still needs to be done, and it's shameful. So
I feel like I've bought myself at least a year and a half where I can be like, well, you guys are being hard on me, but I'm in the midst of planning a wedding,
Yeah, I mean, we know you're not doing any of that. I mean, let's be real. Like, you can't even answer like a text message. You're not planning a wedding.
Yeah, no chance. No chance that's happening.
I'm good with colors.
I saw the post and I was like, son of a bitch. He saw us doing all this stuff, getting people peer pressure in him. And he was like, you know how I get away from the Snoopy pole bet? Engagement.
I do like TJ's background.
He's rustling around in that dresser. I knew I put that thing in here somewhere.
But yeah,
selection tactic.
We just wanted to make sure we got Rich in real quick to make sure, he gave his proper
keep up the good work, boys. Avid listener, driving to tournaments.
I have one question for Rich before he leaves.
Ooh. Oh, yes. We got a question for Rich. Nick, hit it.
All right. First of all, I got to plug him because I just watched his video. He just told everybody on the internet how much he makes doing fishing stuff, which was neat. So the question is, For the amount of money that you've made doing YouTube this year, have you spent more or less than that on Sakamata shads?
Less, because most of the Sakamatas I buy I flip on Whatnot.
Nice.
There you have it.
Rich is slinging on what. So can you tell us a little bit about Whatnot? I'm actually curious about this because I don't know much about it, and I know you bought a ton of crankbaits from me at the at that spring sale at the Prior Lake.
That went well for me.
Yeah, I think so. That's the thing. I got rid of these crankbaits, but you left, and I looked at my fiance at my time, soon, gonna be my wife. I looked at her and I was like, "Here's the thing. I got rid of those," but he bought all of them, and I for sure just lost a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, that's so I'll buy a lot of something, right? Because like somebody like you or somebody maybe that needs to pay for a horse surgery or an engagement ring decides they're going to part with, and they don't have the time or the energy to go through and put them in lots or sell them on eBay or take the time, and then I'll take the time to do that and wrap it into the live stream of Facebook and YouTube and kind of pull that all together and try to 3 to 5x that investment typically.
That's
you
cool.
run into a lot of people that have horse surgeries coming up?
That's just one example of a Facebook lot I recently bought.
Just seemed oddly specific, that's all.
I mean, you feel a little bit bad because like it's Christmas and they've got other bills, but somebody's got to buy that fishing tackle, so might as well be me. And
that's fair. Well, yeah, okay.
And
anyways,
Bart needed to empty his garage, and
I did. I actually have a lot more. I was going to hit you up the other day because I was like, I do want to list this, but also I don't have the time. So I was like, I'm probably going to let Rich take it.
That's the thing is like if you want to put in the time and put all these lots on Facebook Marketplace and do eBay and put in the hours, you can sell it for top. Or if you want, 30 cents on the dollar, I'll buy it all in once and I'll do that.
I like that. Dang. How long?
I'm not going ice fishing, so I might as well be on Whatnot making some money.
How long have you been on Whatnot?
Well, probably started last winter. It's a little over a year. It's basically a live eBay, like QVC meets eBay, right? You're just basically, here's what I got. Start the auction. You can set the parameters of the timer. You can start at $1. You can start at 100. I mean, whatever. But and then
interesting. No, I've seen those.
What is absolutely wild on Whatnot? Ben Milliken is now on Whatnot, and you should check out his show. People are like he'll take some old ratty 6 cents hat, and he'll sign his name and sell it for $150 on he'll here's a broken Temu Glide that I bought. It's worth $5. Let me sign it. I just sold it for $75. It's just
dang.
Here's a discontinued bag of whatever 6 cents, partially open, that I found in the trash can. $27. It's just people just overpay to the pleasure of just being there and buying from him.
Is that kind of how that goes, Ben?
It's absolutely how it goes.
That is exactly how that goes.
I'm not shaming.
Wow, that was electric.
That was an incredible.
It's wild to watch, Ben.
I was waiting. I was like, Adam, bring me in. This is perfect.
I wanted that to go off the rails so bad right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Milliken.
What kind of trash are you talking about,
jealousy.
Rich?
Yeah.
It's amazing. And the chat is just flying. And then I talked to Kevin Baxter and he's like, you should see the stuff that gets muted because it's wild what people are saying in those chats.
Just come forward, Rich, right now and be like, okay, it was me that bought it.
He's exactly. He's got a whole bag of it. He's like,
yeah, he lifts it up right here.
I can't afford to shop on Ben's Whatnot. It's crazy.
No, I couldn't either. It's insane.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, I was like, okay, we were gonna segue it differently there, but I was like, this is just way too easy for me to be like, I got to bring Ben in right now. He just he's hanging out.
But I appreciate Ben bringing all the new consumers to the platform that trickle over to the rest of our streams. So
yeah, we got to get more consumers and less sellers. So that's always that weird line you got to walk.
You're doing your part, Ben. I appreciate it.
How long have you been on Whatnot, Ben?
Not long, 2 months, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super fun though. It's enjoyable. Yeah, like Rich was saying, it's like live social shopping, man. I think people, I don't do a lot of live streams and stuff, so it's been a kind of an outlet for me to get on a live stream and talk. And so people are kind of like paying for the nonsense of you talking and just engaging with people. So I think a lot of people are bidding for that. But really, I'm moving here in a couple months, and it's been a good way to, I mean, sort of make a dent in my tackle so I don't have to pack all of it. But it's interesting.
Yeah, it's got to be just wild out there. I've swung in every once in a while to watch what's going on, and it's just like fast paced stuff's going out. I'm like, God damn, this looks interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some people, if you watch like, you know, like shoe channels and stuff, that's a big thing, like flipping shoes and stuff. They'll put the auction for like 5 seconds, and it's not even like you don't even add time when you bid. It's just 5 seconds, and
they're doing
blast it out.
And they're basically they're baiting you into like making a. I can't.
It's almost it's like I'd say it's like gambling too on top of QVC and eBay.
Wow.
Yeah, they do these 5 second options, and with a 5 set action, you don't have there's no time to put a custom bid in, and so you just have to swipe. And if you swipe like a third of a second too late, and 10 people swipe before you, what you thought it might have been a $50 bid might turn into a $400 bid.
Oh my gosh!
Jeez, I gotta check.
Wild platform. Yeah.
Maybe I won't sell everything to Rich that's in my garage. Maybe I'll get on this.
Could Clayton do whatnot in Canada?
Yeah, Clayton, are you able to do whatnot? Have you seen any of that going on? By the way, I don't think any of you guys are met. Hellabass and Ben Milliken. This is Clayton Schick, TJ Erickson, Nick Lindner. Welcome to the 100th episode.
What's up, gentlemen?
I would like to. I have a garage full of stuff I probably need to sell. Like that'd be cool. Actually, to do it.
I know the shipping is expensive for people on whatnot from Canada.
Yeah, our shipping is ridiculous.
I don't know if you can sell in Canada. I've never looked into it, but
like our shipping's not like to ship a hat like this is like $30 Canadian just to ship it.
Oh, yeah,
even domestically.
Well, and even sending it, and if you have to send it to the U.S., that would be insane.
It's actually cheaper for us to ship to the States than it is in Canada. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Dang. The good old, and I suppose we're aware of that because of the good old ice fishing market. But yeah, okay. Well, look at us all here. How'd we get here? Ben, did you find your beers, by the way?
Hell no, dude. I'm at Lake Fork in the parking lot right now, and I don't come up here much, but I do know it's a dry county, and it seems like I always pick the wrong damn town for which one you can get beer in. And it's like 25 minutes from the damn lake each direction to get any beer. It's a fucking travesty.
Really? Even right at Lake Fork? Like that's a dry county? Like wherever
yes, sir. Yep.
So where you're going, is it going to be a dry county there?
I mean, I'm at the lake. That's where I'm
talking about
going tomorrow.
Talking about in April.
Oh, no, I wouldn't move there. That wouldn't be doable.
On the 100th episode of Pass the Barb, can you give us like a little, like a hint, a little, like a compass, just like anything?
I'll be in much closer proximity to you guys. I know that.
Ooh.
Much closer.
I think there will be probably a lot of collaboration efforts that can happen with Ben in the foreseeable future.
That's the plan.
So closer to us, then closer to Nebraska as well.
That's right. Yep.
I have already copped Ben for team tournaments. I did already text him and be like,
Tourney Tuesdays or what?
Yeah, do you want to do Tourney Tuesdays?
We're talking about fishing the Tourney Tuesdays together. Is that a reality?
Let's do it. I'm in. Where are they at? I'll be there.
Yeah, no, we'll be good. Yeah, we should totally do that, actually. I haven't been in there in a few years, and I show back up, and it's me and Ben. They would kill us. They'd be so mad.
You'd also
disguises.
It'd be good.
Sylvie, how do you think the Tourney Tuesday squad would reply to that?
I think they'd be all game. You know, they would go. Ben has been living in a dry county, just fishing, and his left and right brain, they've crossed each other now, and he doesn't even know how to cast. And then he comes north to a 15-boat Tuesday nighter
on a 200-acre lake.
Yeah,
14, right? Because 15 you need a permit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 14 boats.
Definitely 14.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no, that'd be electric.
It would be great. Yeah.
I'm glad you're coming somewhere north. I like that.
Good.
Yeah,
Me
sure.
too. I'm excited. I'm probably I'm definitely going to be down here in the winter in some capacity. We got our RV that's, it's a huge investment and sits next to the house. So it would be good to actually use it. So yeah, we'll be somewhere south or at least warmer in the winter. But where I'm going, it gets cold pretty quick. So I definitely am looking forward to getting back into some ice fishing, man.
I was gonna say, are you gonna start doing some ice fishing stuff with the rest of us guys?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be doing it for 4 or 5 months. Like, no, not a chance. I'll do it for like a month and a half, maybe.
That's probably the smartest play. Like you hit it all the way to like New Year's or Christmas, and then you're like,
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, hit it till Christmas, go do Christmas with the family, and then head south.
Bro just walks in and does the early gets those early ice views and takes off.
I know, it's so cheap, man.
Yeah, you and Boley got it figured out. You're much smarter than we are.
or even Jay,
Milliken's
even
Red
Jay.
Lake.
Jay.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Jay's down in.
Where
That's
is
it.
Jay in the winter?
I don't know, Clayton. Where do you guys live?
Yeah. You guys heard of Santa Claus? We're kind of where he is. No, right now Jay's in Florida right now, enjoying himself.
That's awesome.
I think it's just kind of a midwinter breakup. He's going down there for a few weeks and then come back and continue to ice fish. But I used to do the whole December. I'd ice fish, and then like a little bit of January, and then I used to go live in the Florida Keys for 3 months. That was like the best. Go tarpon fishing and Goliath grouper. Like that was like, when I was younger and dumb and single and whatnot. So those were the
Clayton,
days.
Did you know, since you're so familiar with Florida, that there is 8,500 massage parlors there?
I did not.
We learned that earlier on in the pod.
I think it's 8,900.
It was 8,900. She guessed 8,500.
Sorry.
Yeah,
6,900.
Yeah. And please don't leave out those 400.
I did. You're right.
39,000 employees at massage parlors in Florida.
We're talking about all this stuff, and TJ's like, I don't know, man. Rozo just got Wi-Fi like a year ago.
There's some stressed out people,
Yeah, we'll get there someday.
I love it. All right, so anyways, I suppose we could have a very good YouTube conversation for everybody. Ben, what are you, now that you're not going to be doing Elite Series, what are you looking at with YouTube and looking to focus on and everything? I mean, there's quite a few people in here that do a lot of YouTube or live streaming content at various times of the year. Kind of what's your plan?
Yeah, kind of what I did before I did like the opens. I'm not gonna say like no tournaments, because I used to fish like 20 or 30 tournaments a year, and then when you get in the opens and the Elite Series, you some guys fish a wild amount of tournaments still, but I had to focus like my entire year on like those 9 tournaments. So I'm still gonna do a lot of like the local type stuff, 100 boats and under type stuff, I would say, but getting a lot back more to where I started my channel, which was a lot more, smaller bodies of water, bank fishing, catch and cook, multi-species, that type of stuff. That's always been like a huge passion of mine. That's what I grew up doing in Nebraska. Not that Nebraska is a good place to fish at all. We just kind of made do with what we had. Where I'm going definitely will not have to make do with what I have nearly as much. And a lot of opportunities with that. I actually have like a 70-acre lake that'll be on my property to fish that already has a lot of good fish in it apparently. So hopefully film a lot of stuff there. But yeah, I'll still, I'll travel a decent amount still too. I love to travel and fish different parts of the country. You guys probably all know that, but obviously coming down in the south in the winter is going to be good for content. That's when the bass down here are the biggest for sure. They're not even there yet. It's not even cold down here yet, dude. It's 85 degrees today. I got my dick kicked in. Like, couldn't catch anything today. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But really getting back to where I started my content, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I feel well, and I'm sure. I mean, Elite Series is fun and all, but that had to be a completely different level of grind. Just
for sure. Yeah, it's I put a video out tonight that kind of summed up some of my feelings about it, but I didn't dislike it per se. And I like the organization. I loved being able to compete against some of those guys. You know, looking across the bow each morning, taking off is insane. But also it's tournament fishing at the top level has turned into such like it's so unbelievably competitive, and everyone's getting so much better all the time, but it's rapidly losing validity in the industry. It's losing, of course, the financial side of it from sponsors, from tournament payouts, everything. And it's just kind of like it was like a bubble that kind of popped, I think, when ESPN left the top level fishing, that it got to the point really with me where I'm not going to say like I pulled up to the Lake Fork boat ramp and for a tournament and thought that I was wasting my time, but you do start to question, like, am I wasting my time with this? Because I am spending a shitload of time on this, let alone my family's time and my mental health and physical health too. So it's definitely, you know, pro fishing's at a really weird place right now. And so to kind of take a step back from that and fish a lot of smaller tournaments where it just is what it is. It's been the same on these smaller tournaments forever. And, you know, you don't have the drama, you don't have the stress. Like, that's going to be super nice.
Well, and I guess this would be kind of an interesting topic to talk about here, because I know Clayton's very passionate about it, and TJ and Nick dabble in them too. But with the online like fish donkey tournaments, you see so much going on like in the ice industry. Like, do you see more? I mean, obviously that's not going to replace the Elite Series or anything, but moving forward in the future, I guess everyone kind of chime in here. Like, where do you see these online catch, weigh, release, just formats of all that going, and how everything's transitioning? I know, Clayton, you can talk about it. I know you're super passionate about those and fish a bunch of them.
I still think we're so far away from that ever replacing the lives weigh-ins or anything like that. Like, yes, they're popular with some people, but it's not gaining like a pile of traction. Like, there was only 75 people in the last multi-species one that I did, and it's like that can literally be done like across the Midwest, most of Canada, right? So they're not gaining a lot of traction fast in that sense. So it's so hard to say. It'll never replace it for sure. Like, the tournament stuff is even like a lot of social aspect for a lot of people, right? Like, get together, see the guys you haven't seen forever, etc. So I don't think it'll ever replace it. I think it's just something that kind of like helps fill the void when you maybe can't be doing all the other stuff. I believe, for the most part.
But do you think it's because it's multi-species versus like if it was just a bass tournament? Do you think you'd get more people to sign up?
I don't think so, because like even the walleye ones we did, like we had like 100 people in the first one, 100 people in the second one. There's not even that many people in the crappie one right now. Are you guys even in the crappie one that's going on? There's a crappie one right now too. Right?
I would say no. Yeah, I wasn't aware.
Like 45 people in that one. So I don't know. They're fun. I just don't think they're gaining as much traction as they need to. Like, usually like really trendy stuff, like usually it like gains traction quick, right? Like, it hits there and it's like at its peak and then maybe slowly comes down, but it's just like, it's almost feels like it just straight plateaued already in that sense. So
I guess maybe, but I feel like I could see it being bigger down south, like on those larger reservoirs someday, where I feel like if these online tournaments, sometimes it's like, okay, if I'm going against Clayton Schick at walleyes and I'm in southern Minnesota and he's way up in Canada, like it feels unachievable, right? But I feel like down south where people go, we have 10 days to fish Lake Fork to put together your best 5 bass. Like, I could see
like if they were more regional,
regional,
like one lake versus like,
then it seems like, okay, we're at least still competing on the same playing grounds, just on our own time and on our own ambition. If we want to go 1 day, 2 days, 5 days,
or we give Clayton 1 day to pike fish and we get 14.
That'll be great. You'll have some guy though that'll be unbelievably ahead of everybody else and will come down there and he'll win every event, and then people will be like, wow, this guy has nothing but time to put in, and why should I even put my hat in the game? And people will get discouraged in that sense, right? Like, no matter what, you're always going to have somebody that's dominating some kind of sport. It's no different than baseball or hockey. You have somebody that's always dominating in something, and people lose interest when somebody does start dominating over and over again, right? Like
potentially, but what if you even put a time limit on it where you're like, between these next 10 days, when you hit your start button, you have 24
You'll always
hours
find somebody that can't do as well. They'll make some kind of excuses no matter what. Oh, well, they have this. They have 3 live scopes and I only had 2. Like they'll always find some kind of excuse, right? Like in that sense, like complainers complain, right? So it's
I think the parameters are too big on most of the online tournaments. Like the regions are too big, they're too vast, and there's always somebody that's got like a sneak hole, and it does get discouraging. You get in and you like put up 100 inches of bass in Minnesota, which is really good, right? Like 520 inches, and they might all be 6-pounders. I mean, like they're built different, right? But there's some guy that's like fishing a Smalley River and he can put like these rail thin 21-inch, I mean, like it just there's always somebody that's got a sneak hole or a leg up or something that wins them all. So I think, they're fine. I think for participation, if you set them up where like you do give away some decent prizes for the biggest 5 or the big fish, but then I think you need to sprinkle in like random stuff. So like if you submit a fish or if you submit 5 fish, you get kind of a random lottery thing. Or you think you'd get more participation, or you got to like treat them like a regular tournament. And instead of bringing them in or live catch release, the measure, like you almost have to tighten in the parameters, I think, to see any kind of growth.
Well, if it was on one body of water, like you would fish any other tournament, would you prefer to fish a catch photo release tournament versus bring your best 5 to the scale?
Yeah, like say Minnetonka in the summer, we're like Friday to Sunday, 5 best fish, catch photo release. You can only fish on Minnetonka, and there's geolocation parameters to it or something like that. Like
you get be more interesting and more. I think it has more validity in that respect, because then maybe it's like, right, hey, I can't do Denny's because I got to work on Tuesdays, or like I hate fishing on the weekends, so you could have like a Thursday through Tuesday, right? And then and maybe you can like cap like
that
you can
more
only log so many hours, or
that already happens, doesn't it? Isn't that isn't like the Graha? Isn't that how they do it up in Grand Rapids? Isn't that all on the apps there?
I don't know if Graha is on an app or if it's photo.
Well, then you're also getting into just like the whole, like, it's a whole different discussion, right? If we're talking about these regional fish donkey types, I'm sure there's a couple other, brands or whatever. Yeah, all the things like that's kind of a different thing. I mean, there are just derbies that are on, catch weigh release. Like that's just like a totally different thing, I think. But the one thing I'm curious about is, are there any out there that are like 20 grand or more for first place? I don't know, down south or up here. I've seen a few where it's like I fished in one where I think first was like 4 grand or something. But like if it was like 20 grand and you could fish anywhere down south and it's, your 5 biggest fish over a week or something, like I could see guys from all over like the different big reservoirs and stuff. But
yeah, for sure.
Ben, do they do any big like online ones in like Texas where you can just fish anywhere?
Not that I'm aware of. I've put on several through Fishing Chaos, and you do run into a lot of the same issues, of course. Like if everyone wants there to be small regions, so they're not competing against people with an advantage. But if you do small regions, then the Texas division is going to have 85 people in it, and the Southwest division is going to have 2, which will be like 10 states. So it's really tough to know where your turnout's going to come from in the parameters there. But as far as I know, man, like I just know what's on like Fishing Chaos and some of that stuff. I don't think that there's anyone putting on like a big tournament at like Rayburn per se. Instead of bringing them in live, they're doing an online tournament. But I mean, just kind of like as a general big picture sort of thing, whether it's online tournaments or just local tournaments or some new type of competition, there's definitely never been like a bigger disconnect between the average fisherman or person that fishes and people fishing at the top level. I think that's like a major reason why there's just not the relativity to those guys. That's why those guys aren't selling as much product. That's why viewership's down. That's why, even the average guy, like just your average tournament fisherman that's a local tournament fisherman, has never been further from those guys at the top level with the financial commitment. And it's just like, I don't know what you do is maybe you restrict all the equipment that the top level guys can use. But what I'm trying to really say big picture wise is like, there's definitely room for new formats and new ways, whether that's going to be online or just new, more exciting ways to go catch fish than what is available now. And the market is really trending away from the top level 5 fish type deal.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I was going to say, to answer the question Sam said, but the Graha tournament, it's a picture release. They use the AIM tournament conversion chart, and they literally give everybody a normal camera with an SD card, and they take the pictures and they take them. That's how they do it. I've seen that with some of those walleye tournaments. It's very different, but I know that
give everyone a camera.
Yeah, dude, you should actually look at fishing that Graha tournament. Easton Fothergill fishes it. John Hoyer fishes it. A bunch of guys do. It's crazy weights. Like, what is it? Is it normally 5 for 40 to 50 pounds wins?
Walleyes.
Walleye.
I don't know. No, I don't. Is it okay?
I think it's over 40. I think Hoyer won it with 48 once. I could be wrong.
I was gonna say, I think it's upper 40s from what I remember a lot of times.
It's a lot of like 27-ish inches. Like, isn't that kind of like around the average, roughly?
I wanted to say 28.
But the AIM scale is generous as well.
Okay.
High.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to ask you guys too, because I mean, Minnow Scoop commented this, but I know we're familiar with it up north, being the walleye guys. But Rich and Ben, I mean, Ben, you made a ton of content doing the Elite Series and everything. You've seen how everybody down there has a camera guy doing their own thing, filming. Have you watched Tour Level Gold? And do you think that, or actually answer that first before I dive into the next question?
No, I have not. I don't watch hardly any content.
Okay. So Tour Level Gold is basically filmed around, it's John Hoyer, Dewey Jelm, Owen Wilcox, Max Wilson, and now there's Bill Shimoda, Dusty Minky. Am I missing anyone? No, that's them. Okay. And instead of focusing on one guy, basically what they do is they tell the whole story of the tournament with a narrator, say it be a Zona talking. They have Brett Carlson, who's a national writer. And it's filmed. You guys can kind of partake in this too, but it's filmed completely differently than normal YouTube videos, in the sense of it tells the story of the tournament, and then the anglers that are in it are kind of a feature of it, and it's 10 times more entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's way more like cinematic storytelling of the overall event versus like one guy like vlogging his experience.
I think it's kind of like the full swing version of walleye fishing.
Yeah,
yes.
like on that, like from Netflix.
It's not like the guys who did well. It's always those 4 or 5 guys.
Yes, yeah, they follow them no matter what happens. Yep.
What helps is Dewey and John have won a lot of Angler of the Year's end tournaments, so you have seen probably it's probably a fifth of the tournaments now get one while they're filming it. They're the guy, so it's kind of there, but you also see them like really suck.
But you also have like Owen, who's like a rookie, like he's just getting into it. Like you get a pretty good spread. It's not just like everybody that's at the total top.
Yeah, the concept and the format is not like too dissimilar from like Circuit Breaker that FLW did way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what
to be kind of,
first thing that came to my mind.
When Scott had Matt Airy or kind of Airy, and they were all kind of, but then like put Circuit Breaker voiceover professional guy on top of it with a little more story. I mean, like,
yeah,
they took like Brandon Polnick's like format and then just added more people. Like to me, that's a lot. Like Polnick's videos are polished, right? When it comes to that stuff. Like I haven't watched his recent ones, but like I remember when I first started watching them, they were so polished and it told the story of the tournament. It's just adding more people kind of in it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's like different too, because there's like I mean, I know there is in the bass side too, but there's like a really big team element in like the walleye stuff. You know, but
yeah, we're like actual team fishing, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to figure out if you're using what, like a flicker shad or like a jumbo flicker shad or what.
Oh no,
or a leech.
No,
or like, are you jigging a leech or jigging a crawler?
It is a jig and a crawler. If you want to do well in walleye tournaments, I mean, you guys say you guys are the walleye fishermen, but it is a jig and a crawler.
No, it's yeah.
They're all on plastic bites until you watch the tournament footage and see worms.
I was ripping swim baits for that one fish that I caught that wasn't big enough to make it into my bag.
I mean,
that sounds
I guess
right.
Tucker's point is good. Is like tour level gold has no competition. Like NWT is garbage. Like, you know, on the flip side, Bassmaster gives away everything. And then you have to, like, you know, whether it's Polinick or Scott Martin or Ben or whoever, right? You're coming out with these things a week or two later. And Bassmaster's already shown 60 hours of live coverage, right? Whereas NWT is showing like a flip phone 30-second clip of a takeoff at that point. So
yeah,
good point. I do think, you know, that's just another way to have a different format that I think people would be really interested in. So yes, I do think it would be excellent. And you do see all these camera guys and stuff, Adam, but I will tell you, like, the last 2 years, like when I was a rookie 2 years ago, the first tournament at Toledo Bend, I think that there was probably like 50 or 60 camera guys there. It was nuts. And I bet by the third tournament, there was like 14. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. And I think that
everybody ran out of money.
It probably started at like 25 last year. And again, probably down to like 10 by the end of the year. Wow. So it looks like there's a lot of content. It looks like there's a lot of guys making those type of videos, and they all are making very similar videos, but there is not that many. Again, I don't know how
still has to self-film a lot. If the angler doesn't do it on the water and doesn't know how to run a GoPro and talk to the camera and interact, there's nothing for that expensive camera guy editor to do anything with if the guy flops every day and just puts his back to the tournament and doesn't stop the clips and lets his GoPro go dead. Like, so.
Yeah, and then it comes back to the money side of things too. Like I can at least make, you know, some money from my YouTube videos to afford that. I don't know how these guys pay for, you know, 60, 50 to 70K, whatever they're paying their camera guy, to go out and put a video out and get, you know, 750 views. I don't understand that at all. But on top of all the other expenses, but yeah, I can see why they cut them so quick.
Yeah.
I'm super curious, Ben. What is your opinion on the guys that are would live stream their days on the water?
I think it's good. I think it's I think that again, we need different formats and ways to cover our sport. I don't know if just like also covering it exactly how Bass is covering it, except on your own boat, is different enough to really make a splash or be anything like super beneficial. But we're working on, me and a couple other guys are working on doing some more live streaming stuff. We don't have a set schedule planned for anything, but just doing more of it together, whether we're on the same body of water, or across the country, giving each other a hard time. And I think that type of content would do better than what is available for live content right now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Clayton, have you guys?
What I thought I was going to do this summer, and I hope to do next, is with my Starlink mobile to do like this, but on the boat, right? Earbuds in, giving each other the coals, you know, side bet, whatever, you know. I don't know.
Kind of like what Nick and TJ did.
You could be on the same lake, opposite sides, or it could be Ben in Nebraska and Rich up on Leech Lake, you know, whatever, best three fish or whatever. I think I think that's, to me, the next frontier. And like, if you can execute that well, I think there's room for growth there.
Yeah. Clayton, with your like Jay versus Clay type stuff that you guys did, where you kind of like, it's not live, but you guys kind of like filmed at the same time and then put out like the content of like, here's my day, here's how his day went kind of stuff. Have you guys considered trying to figure, I mean, obviously where you're at, like you'd have to have some kind of, Starlink or whatever to do it. But
yeah, the live stuff's so hard. It's in that sense for where we are because it's a service, but now with Starlink, you could make it happen. It's so volatile when it comes to a lot of that live stuff, because for YouTube, it's like if all of a sudden you get into a 4-hour day where you're not catching anything, like you're going to lose all of your viewers. No one's going to be watching. Like, it's so awkward in that sense, right? Like,
we got to hear this from Nick and TJ because they've done this. And Ben, I got to show you
Yeah.
some of their videos. Like they have on their live streams, like Nick and TJ have gone against each other walleye fishing, and you can see their live scope screens and you can see their face. They have a camera pointed back at them as they're fishing, and their live scope screens. Super, like, incredible. Like, it's incredible for the viewer. Like, it's awesome. Like, how is that
the way to
for
do
you
it.
to do?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. If you can go through like OBS and have someone that's moderating and working the cameras and the comments, that is gold right there. That's a big commitment and investment, man. I know Kyle Patrick, that's one of my buddies. He's getting his stuff all set up. He can live stream on his boat with 3 or 4 different cameras this year.
Wow.
With someone running it for him and answering questions online. And it's just like, I don't know how much money he put into his setup on his boat, but it had to have been at least like, 30 to 40 grand, I would say, extra on the boat to get everything dialed in. He has like this giant Pelican case of wires and all this shit that he was sending me pictures of. I was like, oh my God, dude, that'll last about 20 seconds on my boat, I have a feeling. But
how did it go for Nick and TJ? Like, what was your guys' experience doing that? Because you guys are one of the few I know that have actually dabbled heavily with it.
I should preface it by saying that some of the stuff that me and TJ have done together was not live, but they were like uncut videos that were long format, like a 3-hour window where we're trying to catch the 3 biggest walleyes, or 5. I think we did 3. But yeah, like we have done obviously some live stream stuff as well too. But as soon as you actually get like true live into it, like it becomes significantly more complex and potentially expensive, like Ben said.
And then you find out how good your Starlink really is, and then have it hooked up to your battery and you start your engine and you get like an amp drop, and then the Starlink shuts down for 40 seconds and your stream's over. It's like,
I'll say like Starlink is like extremely fast download speeds and like really crappy upload speeds. So that does make it like still usable for live streaming, but like not as good as you would think.
And it cuts out. Mine cuts out all the time for like 5 seconds. Cuts out.
Well, that's where like
earlier in the podcast.
Yeah, we're perfect. All of a sudden, like gone.
Where like if you try to go straight through a GoPro, right, and just go right to your YouTube, if you lose connection for like 5 seconds, your stream's over.
Right.
Whereas like if you can run it through StreamYard will kind of keep it open and let it come back in. And if you have 2 people and one person's connected, like that helps smooth out. So, but yeah, it's little things come up and bite you all the time when you go live. It's crazy.
Yeah, what Nick said too, makes sense to me. A lot of the time we're talking about filming these live videos. It's like, do you really need to be live with it? Or are you just going live to like hopefully get the streaming type, views or placement in the algorithm? Because you can just as easily just do a long form piece, just do a 3 or 4 hour video and have it, very engaging and put the live scope screen on. Like, that's amazing. You guys are doing that. That's something that I've dabbled with as well. But I think that more than anything is just a different type of longer form content that people would probably like a lot more than what's out there with the 6, 7, 8 hour tournament days.
The key to the live is the live banter, but then also be able to have a way where you can read the comments and be answering questions and also back and forth with the audience and back and forth with that's the advantage to the live, right? But
me and Nick were just having this conversation.
It's impossible to do without someone else with you. You can't. Yeah. You're not going to be able to run a boat, catch fish, look at live scope, and read comments and reply to them.
Well, you can not type out, but like you can verbally answer them.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot. It's a lot easier
One of
ice
the things I've
fishing
been
when you're
doing is
just
putting
sitting
a
there
tablet
waiting.
above my live scope with a bigger screen so I can read the comments.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Ben, I'm sure you haven't seen, but like Nick's done it a lot, is live streaming ice fishing. And that's obviously 10 times easier, right, Nick? Because you can go set up, you have a controlled environment. I'm hanging out here. We're doing this, you know?
Yeah. No, me and TJ have discussed that a little bit too, because just the logistics of doing it in open water, you're driving around, the connection is changing. And then it's like when you're out on the water and you're, scoping around trying to find fish and catch fish, it's like, good luck reading the comments, like that's just, so that is, I think open water is significantly more tricky. Like Tom Boley did some live streaming open water, and like he would have his cameraman there reading questions and stuff like that, and just like also just managing the stream, because it's hard to actually fish open water and do all that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I mean, when we were doing those, we would kind of watch them back and critique after, and we're like, the first one we did, we got so locked in at times of like wanting to catch fish, the competitiveness comes out. And even with us being able to like talk to each other on a phone call, being able to still stay engaged instead of just like locking down and going to it. So then adding that whole live stream into it too, it's like there's a little bit of sacrifice on something in that respect, whether it's engagement or whether it's on the fishing side of things. But yeah, I think there's still something there, but it's just, there's a lot of logistics involved.
I think this is, a very interesting combo. This is something from Tucker. He said, is it worth the extra work to actually be live fishing? How many viewers are actually watching? Like, I feel like that's a kind of a battle with it as well, is like, is it worth it for me to go do this? Or like Ben had said, I'll just go film a 4-hour video unedited, be interactive, just not cut it. And like TJ and Nick, like you guys did, where you guys had separate screens, you were showing what you guys were doing, being interactive, and just put that out. And it's kind of simulated live. It's post, but Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think some of like the ice fishing live streams that I've done, it'd be like, 300 to up to 1,000 if it was like a really hot like time window, like early ice or something, of just like concurrent viewers. So like it can be pretty popular, and it's mostly just based on the size of your channel. Like if Ben went out and did it, he would have 5,000, but it's like the longer you do it, the longer you're live, the more people end up stopping in, and like the peak is like 10 p.m. because people are just like chilling at their house, drinking beers, waiting to go to bed or whatever. But
do you think it's 10 p.m. or like Cam said, people who want to watch or interact are working during the day usually? Do you think doing it during a work day is best?
I get that's the cool thing. Like Rich said, like you read the comments, you're interacting with people, and everyone's like, just got off of work. Looks like I missed the first hour. I'm going to kick back and hang out and watch for the next couple hours or whatever.
But isn't that's kind of the point though, right? Is you get to interact with the people that are watching, which you give that up if you're just posting a 4-hour long form video. Yeah, people will comment, but probably not like they would if they were like watching it right now.
Yeah. No, for sure. There's pros and cons.
It kind of depends on, I think like Ben, right? Like your whatnot, people are starving for the live because you don't do it much. So there's that, or there's also like I do a lot of live in the evenings, and then so it carries over. And there's already a community of people that like want to chat with me. They also want to chat with each other. There's a lot of people that are like buddies that chat in my live streams, right? Like, and they come on and sure I'm fishing, but they're also just like asking like, have you been fishing and what's going on? And, the whatever, college football, who knows what they're talking about, but sometimes there's just conversations and it's almost like a Discord hangout while fishing is happening on my phone or tablet or TV. So.
Interesting. Dang.
What a worm.
It's like everything else. You got to ask if it's worth it, but yeah, you got to try everything, and there's a place for all of it. And we're making fishing videos. We're not going to become billionaires doing this. So you do it and you have fun and you interact with people and share experiences. And if you hate it, don't ever fucking do it again.
Yeah. I do think this is maybe a good segue to bring it all the way back around full circle, kind of like where we talked about in the beginning, Ben, where you like you're going to transition now to living in a new area, getting back to filming what you'd potentially originally filmed and started your channel on, kind of those roots. But there's still like, I know you're almost like on the inside still, but from the outside looking in, I know like 5-10 years from now, you're going to sit back and go like, holy shit, I fished in a classic, dude. Like you don't know, like, I mean, I was in the audience. I saw you go through the classic arena. Like that's unbelievable. Like that's, yeah, 2. Yeah. Like that's, I know you're probably like so pumped mentally to get back to like a little bit of normalcy and stuff like that, but like you're gonna lay in bed and you're gonna be pumped you did all that, like
for sure, man. I definitely will, and I'll never take it for granted. That's for sure. And I'm glad that I'm glad my kids, they're really young, of course, they're under 5, but I'm glad they were able to travel along and kind of see some of that too, because it was a really unique experience. But I also feel like, you know, that's one of the cool things about our sport is I could requalify for the Elite Series, you know, in 20 years if I'm still alive in 20 years. But like, there's no other sport that you can physically compete like that. I mean, people would like to tell you that you can't compete if you're over 25 years old in our sport now, but that's definitely not true. And I'm still fishing the what do they even call it, the Bass Regional this in April at Toledo Bend, because I would really love to qualify for the Classic. So I'll probably try to jump in one of those each year to try to qualify for the Classic, because why not? And
it's the best deal in bass fishing right now is the Bass Nation. Absolutely,
it is. They'll probably get rid of it after a year because it is, but yeah, that's the deal, man. So we'll see. And I love that lake. It's been good to me.
Yeah, well, yeah, no shit. I remember watching that. That was sick. But yeah, like Sobe said, you kind of got to go through that all. And I mean, all of us here making different fishing content, and like what you had said earlier, Ben, and we kind of went down the live thing. So I wanted to just let that breathe. But like something with the Champions Tour, Rich and Sobe, like we've had conversations, me and Dane or whatever, about doing live. And I'm personally very against doing live for it, because like I've just seen with like Bass and FLW and MLF, whatever, like it's really good, but I also think it really hurts at some point. You're putting out so much all the time for people, whereas you can put together your story and tell your story that of your event and make it great. And that's where I think, like, I mean, even with live now, like I don't have time to watch all of it. I would love if Bassmaster did a 1-hour video that they put everything together, threw it on YouTube, and they're like, here's a show, because I'd watch it. Whereas I'm not going to go sit and watch all 4 days live and redo it. I don't got the time for that. So that's kind of been my thing, especially with a lot of the Champions Tour stuff, is people ask to see it live. And I'm like, I don't know if guys want to stream and do it, sure. But I think the better product for everybody is to make a show and have people watch it and tell a really good story of the event that went on post-production. I could be wrong. I mean, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong there, but that's how I
think, you know, individually streaming, I had some good ones that had pretty good participation. So I think for individuals, I think that works. I also agree. I don't think we need 9 hours of live coverage of the Classic Bass. I think that would water it down. I think there is maybe a sweet spot where there's like 2 to 3 30, 45-minute live segments throughout the day where you get like you know, it's maybe like Dane and one of the qualifiers that's coming on next year kind of recapping the leaderboard, and then you go out and like somebody on the Bartusic media team goes live from the water via StreamYard for like 3 minutes at a time. You know, Noah's doing this, he's flipping this grass, Rich is up here skipping docks, you know, Sobe's stuck on a sandbar, like we're gonna check in on him, like, right? I think like some like just segments where you get like 2 or 3 times a day you get like a leaderboard breakdown update that like funnels people to the live weigh-in, and then people want to come back and watch it, like the, you know, the full finished product. I think that might be a sweet spot, but I don't think we need 8 or 9 hours of live coverage.
Yeah, as far as like bringing it into a new tournament series, I definitely agree. I wouldn't get started with that. I think Bass, you know, it's crazy. People, it sounded like people wanted live coverage. They wanted more coverage. And now, of course, they don't want it, and it's too much. And the problem is bass is, and I can say this probably now and not have to worry about getting as much trouble. Bass is way too worried about making money, and everything is tied into dollars now, and it's killing the spirit of what it is and the show and the suspense, because they're worried about getting clicks, and they've already sold to the sponsors, your live stream ad is going to get this many clicks from this many viewers, and that's why they're going to continue for several more years with the deals that they have to run those same, entire 4-day periods of live. Same with, why don't you shut off the bass track the last day of the classic or the last half day of the classic? It's because they got to have the clicks on the damn refreshes. Like, anyone is buying anything that's on any ad on Bass Track as a banner ad, and that is literally wrecking the entire suspense of who won the classic every single year. And it's sad they can't pull the strings back on that, but they can't, apparently. We've tried.
Well, and I think it's like, even looking at it is with the opens last year, they do the last day. I think that's awesome. It's one day, and I'm like, I'm going to check in a couple times. I'm going to see what's going on, because it's not a huge investment. I know it's one day. I'm going to check in, see what's happening, whatever. But that's like the amount you kind of have, I guess I have attention for, I should say. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, man. I think it's, at the time, everyone was like, holy shit, we can watch it live. This is crazy. This is amazing. But then also you get it all, and they're like, God, I don't have time for all this. I want to watch all these other people. I want to keep up on these YouTube videos. I got to differentiate my time. And suddenly, there's only 24 hours in a day, and you're going to lose viewership and interaction and really connectivity with people, I think, is the biggest thing.
And the big narrative is, wow, can you believe how boring tournament fishing's gotten the last 6 years, 7 years? Look how terrible it is to watch now. It's like, no, it's always been boring as shit to watch.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it isn't like, isn't this like a little bit of like the old man yelling at the person for using LiveScope and saying, that LiveScope is ruining fishing, when they can just go in the boat and not use LiveScope and have the same experience they could have had? Like, couldn't you just not watch the live coverage or not watch Bass Track? You know what I mean? Or is there like an overarching thing where it does impact the people who choose not to watch?
Good question.
I think it's more about the biggest and the investment of that infrastructure, and could that money be used somewhere else? I think as an angler, I think that's the bigger question. Not so much the fan. The fan is more how the fans react to it affects like how the marketing and sponsor, but all that. But I think it's more about is this the direction that's going to grow the sport? Right. To Ben's point about is a 4-day tournament that's 8 hours long, is that the format that is really going to take this to the next level? And nobody's got time to watch 32 hours. Very, very few people. Right. And so I actually think if you go back to some of the stuff that Ray Scott did with Megabucks and the things that are doing more creative, even the elite 50s, I think if you marry some of that stuff up with live coverage, right, where you've got people going through whole courses and changing and forcing a 10, get to that final day where you got a 10, 12-man field and they're forced to fish behind each other. And all of a sudden you're finding out now Ben is fishing behind where, this guy just went through there and he doesn't know that, but as the fan, now know that he's fishing the same docks that this guy did. Or I think mixing up the formats with the technology we have for live has, and maybe shorten it up, right? AM, PM. Honestly, I think with MLF shortening theirs, they're getting closer to a better format than maybe where Bassmasters, I think, of what the appetite for fans is. So I think we need some creativity on we got to be willing to flex on what's always worked from a traditional tournament.
And that is why I don't fish a Champions Tour. I obviously produce it, but even with it, I think it's just so entertaining to watch, just because you have a lake split, everybody's on one side, and it's 4 hours. And by the time that 4 hours is running up, that last, there's I would say from like an hour and a half left to 45 minutes left, there's kind of like a lull where everyone's like, okay, this is kind of beat out. There's not much happening unless it's Vermilion and they're all in the bank. Like we're all there. And then there's 30 minutes left and all of a sudden coin flip, we move. And then you have your leaders that you're watching. And like, you know, we showcase in the videos, a lot of times guys are fishing behind each other, in front of each other. And you see later, it's like, oh, they're running the same stretch and who's got there first, whatever. And then, you know, like Dane tried to do the blackout period, and I thought it was a good idea, but then apparently the fans hated it, but it's, you know, whatever. But changing, I think being able to adapt and try to do something different is such an important part of the sport right now. Like you said, Ben, whether it's bass or walleyes, I think there's just things that kind of need to get done all the way around to make them to make it more interactive for everyone. Because I mean, I guess this is a good question for Ben and all you guys. Is it bad for the fishing industry if tournament fishing is not propelling the most sales and the best anglers and the best media personalities, and it is switching to TV/YouTube instead? You get what I mean? Like, it almost seems like you said earlier, Ben, it seems like that Elite Series level is going down in terms of not validity, but what is pushing the sales. You get what I'm trying to say there? Like, is that a bad thing for the sport where we need to have the tournament fishing being higher again? Or where do you see that?
Well, I mean, I can kind of talk from like a business ownership from 6 Sense and our pro staff of guys in the Elite Series. We specifically keep guys in the Elite Series just for validity of the brand and because those guys bring validity to the products. And as someone that did the social media thing before the pro fishing for like 7 years full time, I think absolutely we need it to stay. The top level tournament guys are the guys driving the innovation, and it always will be that way, but it needs to be known that they're the guys driving the innovation and the product development. And that can be hard sometimes, because I was about to say a little bit ago, I think the biggest beneficiary of live fishing is probably Japanese tackle manufacturers, because they're the ones selling all the damn products. But it's hard to watch a video of you know, Trey catching him on a Sakamata and then him going and saying that he's catching him on a 6 Sense product. That's where you lose validity. That's just an example. He wasn't. He catched him on a Z-Man. But it's just like, yeah, I guess I do think that that's important for our industry. It's a weird little dynamic, and that's a good question. But I think the top level tournament guys need to be driving innovation and products.
For sure. And do you see, I mean, with the then follow-up question with that, even with 6 Sense, are you seeing it? Are those tournament guys right now the guys that are selling the most baits as well, or is it more of the YouTube content side? And
hell no. They're not selling the most baits. They're getting paid the most.
Yeah. Well, and that's like why I'm asking the question, is because like, obviously if you want that to be there, like, does that need to flip? Or you get what I mean? It's a very weird balance.
It's a weird conundrum. And I know it's like when you talk about back in the day, if someone win the classic on a bait, I mean, that could make millions of dollars for a company from one specific color even, or type of bait. I think back to like KVD winning chartreuse black, you know, square bill, or on a red eye shad, or mop jig victories. I mean, that stuff doesn't exist anymore. You could, I mean, we think about that. I mean, really the best example was Lee in the classic this last year, getting second or third, I guess he did, on that stupid pink chatterbait. That probably sold more baits than
you guys had to have sold so many of that fucking pink fluke or whatever.
We did, dude. We did. And I know Z-Man, I just fished Lee the other day. He was talking to me about it. Z-Man sold an assload of pink chatterbaits too. But besides that, I can't think of a single bait this last year that was really like someone that caught him on it, and it was like a new
probably
the
buzz bait, the Brazalo, the Schlopper. They had a pretty, I mean, for their size company, it was a huge impact for them.
For sure, for sure. But I mean, it's not like it used to be, and so it is a weird deal where you need the pro guys developing the baits, being the first to have the baits, but social media is absolutely going to be king for selling them. And maybe that's on the organizations a little bit for getting that content put out on their platform, because obviously, KVD had the talking space to talk about his red eye shad and his square bill, and I guess that's still there now, but something has drastically changed to where the Elite Series and Bass Pro Tour top level guys don't have the pull with the fan base.
Yeah, and I mean, Nick, TJ, Clayton, you guys could chime in on this. My thought of like where it's heading to is like, is this heading towards like where kind of like the tournament ice guys are? Like they lead a lot, like, you know what I'm saying, Nick? Like they lead a lot of the innovation and all that stuff, but like there is not a lot.
But nobody sees that.
But nobody sees it, at all.
So
which I'm not saying is a good
thing.
Thing.
Or even just for other species, like obviously for bass, but it's like, are people actually following like a muskie tournament that's happening on Leech Lake, and they're like, oh, they caught him on this particular bucktail, I'm going to buy that? I don't think so.
No, they're watching Doug Wegner mash them. Right. And they're like, I should get that Red October tube. Right. But yeah, Nick, you get what I'm saying there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else I can say beyond, what Ben said. I think I know when Gussie won the Classic on a Smeltinator, I mean, that just blew it up, especially up in our neck of the woods. I don't know about or not internationally, but nationally. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like the companies I work with are like, oh, a video went up and, the cash register rang. So it's sort of, and when you can go and do that and you can reach that many people, and when people watch you on video, you develop a level of trust, so yeah.
And it maybe, I don't know, maybe is that the thing too with the bass side of where do the consumer not trust the anglers because now they know how much they were lied to about baits they won with, and they set a sponsored bait, but they were using something else.
That's where live fishing hurts us, That's been a really big deterrent with live fishing.
Yeah. But and also but like you do a great job with it on your channel and stuff, Ben, is like you show everybody what you're catching them on. Whether it's 6 cents or not. It's like this is what it is.
Sometimes.
I don't
think it's a magical thing.
I still think, like Ben talked about it originally, like the relatability is even so much farther now from a weekend tournament angler or a weekend high-level bass angler to the Elite Series Pro. We're back in probably the 80s and 90s when they're all like, we're cranking riprap, and they're like, hell yeah, I'm cranking riprap, and it doesn't matter, like, you know what I mean? Or like, it's just so much different. It's they're so far apart. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm looking at Lake Fork. I can see right now where Koya almost won the last tournament on a damn koiki across the way there. The best fishing lure that's ever been created for catching a bass. And it's so unrelatable to anything that's ever been used that guys still didn't pick up on that for like a year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I still don't own one, but that also just shows of
yeah.
There you go.
I think it's
I'm
it's
not
sort
good.
of like Michael just dropped a comment on there, like bringing Clayton up. Like, how many more baits has Clayton sold than like a certain large chunk of the current people on the Elite Series? Like, like a big chunk of them, like all combined. Clayton has probably helped move more products for Frostbite. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like, I don't know. It's
it all goes back to being relatable, right? Like, and having the trust. And it's different, like with what you're doing, like what we do a lot of stuff on YouTube, whereas maybe say where somebody's hiding their baits on the Elites or something like that and not showing. It's like we're literally showing. It's like, here it is. The moment you hide something from somebody, some people are going to trigger and be like, well, what else is he hiding from us? What else is he not telling us about? Like you lose that trust in people and you don't sell as much then, right? Like,
I mean, maybe, but I could play devil's advocate and be like, when you show me it a lot, I'm like, cool. But on the elites or stuff, when guys are hiding stuff, I'm like, I want to see
You're like,
that,
what is
and
that?
then I want to order that. Like,
for sure, but you're probably not going to see it though. So maybe that's the way. Maybe it's you pretend to hide it, and then you sneakily show it. Accidentally show it. You slip up and you show it. There's a whole nother way to go about it, you know, like.
But there's a difference too between being like, oh, I won this tournament, and Clayton being like, here's a 32-inch walleye I just caught on this spoon. And everyone's like, I want to do that.
Well, and also too, think of like Ben was talking about in terms of the investment on the tournament side. You have a $5,000 entry fee. You got all your travel there. You got everything. So, you know, you got what, 10 grand into an event or something like that by the time you show up. You're trying to get a check to go home, and the financial struggle on those tournament series is real, like really real, especially when you start not doing great. So the moment you feel like you have an edge and you can win $100,000 maybe once or twice, you hold that so tight. And I mean, I'm sure even with you, Ben, like when you started figuring out certain stuff, you were kind of one of the first pushers of, like we talked with you about on the podcast, you were one of the first people fishing suspended fish. And like you were kind of showing it, but then I'm sure in your brain there was like, oh my God, there's a certain limit to what I need to show right now because I need to take advantage of this, compared to when we're doing YouTube videos, our entrance level of financial whatever is so much lower. And also if I show what I'm catching them on, I don't have competitors trying to beat me. You get what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, just to kind of go back with what Clayton said, it is so much about relatability. When you talk about those two separate things between social media and the top level of tournaments, like even if the viewership is the same, like, yeah, and you don't have to catch a 32-inch walleye on a dinner bell. You can catch a 15-inch walleye on a dinner bell, and someone can be like, well, I can go out to my lake with my ice hut right now and catch a fish on that. They're not going to be like, oh, I can go out to the inland sea at Lake Champlain and catch fish on that 5-inch Sakamata shad. That looks like something easy to do that I have in proximity to me. No, man, like that's something I realized when my YouTube channel kind of started to take off. Like I would sell so many like square bills, just like casting it down a bank, catching a 2-pounder and explaining why I caught a fish on it, because that's so much more real than someone catching it on the exact same bait as square bill at Lake Pontchartrain or wherever KVD won the classic. It's so much more relatable than that even.
That's why the buzzbait hit, right? Because people are like, they're thirsting for that relatability, right? Where like Pat's a super relatable dude. He's throwing a buzzbait, which I can relate to, and I can go to the bank. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
Yeah.
But you do have the other side of it, right? Where it's like people are hiding the Sakamata or the Koiki, and then there's, you know, that's the other, that's the Sobe, right? That's the guy that's like pausing, zooming in, 7 times magnification, trying to get an edge because he's a tournament guy, right? So he's trying to get an edge for his local derby. So they both work, but they work in kind of like opposite ends of the spectrum, and in the middle probably is where everything suffers, right?
Yeah, and I mean the tournament guys are obviously spending substantially more money than the person that's going out with one box of fishing lures that are local lake fish from the bank. So
per angler, but there's 10,000 times the anglers, right?
Exactly.
So those guys are willing to buy one buzzbait, and 50,000 of them are willing to buy that buzzbait. Whereas there's, you know, 1,000 Hellabass and Sobies that are willing to buy 100 packs of these, right? So they both have big impacts.
Should have started a Japanese tackle manufacturer.
The Shindo's just as good, right?
Still time.
Especially since we're talking about baits, I want to talk about blowing up markets. Ben, do you have any passion to go chase trout with glide baits and blow that up even more and just make the trout folks mad? Please.
Oh my God. They hate that, dude. If you try to catch a trout with a treble hook, they lose their fucking minds. And I don't understand it at all. Like, I guess it's because their skin's softer. I don't get it personally. I'm going to go out and throw whatever catches them the best, and I'm not going to snag them. I'm not going to catch them illegally. I'm going to catch them on a damn hook. Like, if you don't want me to use barbs, I guess I won't use barbs. I can pinch them down. But the fact that people like lose their minds just from like throwing a treble hook for trout is obscene. And I will absolutely do that when in proximity to them. I love it, dude. It's so fun. I love doing that. I'll do it on little creeks and stuff, and they eat it so good because all they've seen is little shit. But then you go to like the White River type stuff in southern Missouri, man. That's such a cool culture, like Cotter, Arkansas, of catching giant brown trout. And guys will throw like Depths 250s and Hinkle trouts and stuff for them and catch like, 20 to 30 pound browns on them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no different. Like, you look at a muskie wrong and hold it wrong for a second in a video or an Instagram picture, and you're going to get engagement out of nowhere from all the muskie elitists that are like, you can't hold it like that. I mean, it's like, it's wild.
It is.
I have to run, boys.
All right, Clayton. I was going to say, this is long. If anybody else needs to run, they can.
Everybody, keep rocking it, boys. Have a good one.
We love you, Clayton.
Thank you so much, Clayton.
Let's see, Clayton.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Ben, I couldn't believe that the online stuff with that glide bait. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
I love the trout glide bait stuff. That was awesome.
The trout, whenever you're fishing for trout, it's going to be something.
Oh yeah.
You don't handle them right. You're catching them on the wrong thing. Shouldn't be catching them like that. It's wild.
Dude, even when we went to Montana and like I'm grabbing rainbow trout and I'm like, how are you even supposed to hold these things? They just don't stay in your hands. Like, this is not possible. I mean, TJ and Nick, you guys did the early ice stuff. Those things are the hardest things to hold in the world.
Don't bring it up.
You got to put them in the rubber net and not take it out of the water.
Right?
Please wet your hands, please.
But yeah, I mean, I guess you guys got anything else for each other since we're all chilling here?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I will say one of my favorite little series in kind of the fishing YouTube world was when Ben went and did that kind of trout tour. I thought that was a pretty fun, enjoyable ice fishing series. I don't know, was that like 4 years ago or something?
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll definitely need to get back out there. That's in Wyoming. And it is not difficult. It is throw the jaw jackers up and start the grill and open the cooler pretty much.
That sounds fairly fun.
Yeah. It's my kind of ice fishing. I like that.
Oh, that's great. But yeah,
it's
boys.
like catfishing.
It's like catfishing. You need to get back into doing that?
No. I think there's some catfish where I'm going, but man, I just don't like. I could do it. I've caught so many of them scoping down here. It's like the worst part of my day is catching a 8-pound channel catfish that looks just like a giant bass.
And then you have to retie everything because there's 2 miles of slime on the end of your line, and it's just like cool.
I just need a break. I'll come back to it maybe, but I can't remember the last time I caught one on purpose. It's been years.
Yeah,
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the only time that catfishing really gets cool is when it's just stupid, like when you fish the Red River up here, like, and you can catch 18, 22, 25 pounders, and it's just like nuts nonstop. But aside from that, yeah, I could see them being as a pesky nuisance when you're trying to scope big bass.
Someone just said a perk of tour level gold is seeing them rigging, talk about what they're doing, and being able to see a clip of their technique, because it is so much team fishing in the tournament walleye world. They're telling each other everything because they're all going to do it and they're splitting pots. Basically, I mean, I think you know that, Ben, but the whole walleye world is basically the Johnstons, but with different little groups that do it.
Did not know that.
Oh, yeah. That's 100%. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
There's like not much money in it though, right?
If you win a lot, there is.
I mean, the first place is 100K, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you win a boat. Yeah. They win a lot of boats, I think, right?
Yeah.
Which walleye boats are like $100,000. So once they sell that thing, yeah. But yeah, that's a lot. I think the top, like if you're Hoyer and Dewey and those guys winning once or twice a year, enormously profitable. If you're not, I mean, I don't know what 10th place check is. Is it like $5,000?
I'm not sure. I think one year Hoyer, I think he won a couple big walleye tournaments and a muskie tournament. I think he did like $400K or something in one year, fishing like 6 tournaments for the whole year or whatever. So
One makes that on Whatnot in one night.
yeah, right.
Yeah. 45 minutes.
Easy money. Easy
That's
money.
what you guys are talking about live streaming. And if it's the question about it being profitable, I'm just like, well, why would I just not do a Whatnot instead?
Yeah, we're doing it wrong.
Not about doing Whatnot from the boat on my Starlink.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
But then I always want to, like, I don't want to stop fishing when I'm on the boat. But
who got you into Whatnot, Rich? Like this is just like hitting my radar.
I think I saw. I mean, I heard about it, but then I saw Kevin Baxter doing it, and then I signed up quickly after he did.
I heard about like Rob Turkla getting kicked off of it a couple of years ago, and then I was like, "Huh, that's not surprising at all." But I didn't know what Whatnot was, and then I had heard from like, God, I don't even know who I heard from. I think I was listening to like Gary Vee or something. He was talking about it. I was like, "Huh, okay, let's try it."
Interesting. Dang.
I mean, I think trading cards are super big. That's kind of where it kind of started. People,
I think it blew up trading cards.
But there's like pockets of like high-end women's bags and like you said, sneakers, and there's others. I mean, fishing is tiny, but
people are on there to buy, and so you can have like 40 people on your stream and still sell a shitload, which is crazy. Because like if you got 40 people on a live stream on like YouTube, you'd be like, what am I doing here? You know? It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
You can also have 10 people on there and sit there and stare at the screen and put auction up after auction and nobody bids, like if you're a normal person. Like, I mean, just like if you have no audience and you have no community and you just go on there and don't have any social, there's some growing pains. It's like going on to Twitch, right? And just thinking you're just going to have people show up. They don't, right? You got to bring your own audience there to start to some degree.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we got like 80 people on here right now, so that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Damn.
80,000
for the people.
Yeah, what you got back there? No, I'm thinking, Rich was talking about Ben just selling like hats and stuff. I'm like, that's like as much as I made on my last live stream. Dang, I'm doing this wrong.
Get on there, dude. Check it out. It's a really interesting place. I don't know.
People are trying to buy DNA from Ben and part of his hair, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I had to put a couple locks of hair in with something for a lady got the other day.
Really? He's dipping into OnlyFans real quick.
There's going to be a bunch of clones running around here in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I'll be committing more crimes.
You gonna start an OnlyFans next, Ben? Like TJ said,
dude, it might as well be the same damn thing. It's basically is.
I like that.
For fishing tackle. That's
great. Why are we on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook? Like we got to be on the whatever that website we're talking about right now. Whatnot. We got to be on Whatnot, OnlyFans, and Kick.
And Facebook, and you just post live scope screenshots and you let all the haters drive your algorithm up.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yes.
That's basically it. Well, I mean, you boys got anything else? Otherwise, me, Pink, and Sobe can close this out and we can let you guys get some sleep. I mean, Rich he just stopped by to bombard Sobe and then suddenly was stuck here for, an hour and a half.
I liked it. Without Rich, we would not know Whatnot. You know?
Then you want to pile on the Sobe fantasy fishing debt that he's never paid.
Yeah, have you heard about this? Yeah, would you like to pile on?
No, let's hear about it. Just not being a trustworthy human being again. Usual.
Yeah, so Sobe lost a fantasy fishing bet. This would have been not this past season. This season
I actually won fantasy fishing this past year. I'm
irrelevant. So it was in 2020.
You should be able to pay it back then.
Yeah, and so the loser
is not even out.
Yeah, Sobe, we're talking now. This Sobe lost a fantasy fishing bet, and he was supposed to fish a tournament with a Snoopy rod, and he has continued not to do so much to the level that he got invited to be on Bass Live last year when you were fishing in La Crosse, and we got Mercer to bring it up on live with him and Davey. And it has proceeded to, we just kind of make sure we keep bringing it up, and he still hasn't done it. And I think he wanted to get engaged to Steph. Like, I think that was part of it, but like part of me thinks that he got engaged to throw all the heat off of him. Cause he's like, if I get engaged, people won't keep coming at me for the fantasy fishing bet. So we're making sure that doesn't die. So you can add in on that. Would you fish a tournament with a Snoopy rod if you lost a bet, Ben?
Absolutely not. No.
See, he's a good man. He knows. He wouldn't lower himself.
So would you have not entered the bet to begin with? Or you're just saying you would?
I would, yeah, I would not have entered the bet to begin with. I would say that.
But
yes.
if you would have gotten into the bet, you're saying you wouldn't pay up, you wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't have gotten into the bet.
Be an elite series. This could literally be a Tuesday nighter.
Yeah, we're talking 10 boat tournament.
No, I that's like going fly fishing. You're like purposely putting yourself at a disadvantage, and I refuse to fucking do that because you only get so many damn casts. I'm not gonna be out there dicking around with the Snoopy rod. No,
he gets it. He gets it.
Yes, but
Finally.
the difference is he wouldn't have signed up for the bet, and you did.
That's correct.
He even had a fan bring him a Snoopy
I will not
rod.
open it. I will not open it.
Paw Patrol, right?
Dang, Sobe, you're good. You don't got to do it now.
No, he's still got to do it. I'm just saying I wouldn't
my
enter
name.
into it.
He has cleared my
He
name.
wouldn't have entered into it. But you're a man of your word, aren't you, Ben? If you said you would do something, you would do it.
Some people would say yes, some no. Yeah.
Cut Ben off. He's ruining it.
Yeah. Well, maybe
we're supposed to tell
that
the
top level
terrible.
YouTubers aren't to be trusted, huh? Is that what we've learned from all this?
That's accurate.
I mean, it would be a great thumbnail. The video would kill. So, I mean, there's that.
I mean, there's worse things you could do, Sobe. So
It's true.
you could be using like a Guggen rod or something.
I need to do ice fishing.
Hey, you can use it in an ice fishing tournament. That would at least be like a little more.
You're not really having a
applicable.
disadvantage. You put a spring bobber on it, and you got the same thing.
That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of mine. I'm not speaking on my plans. I have a plan.
Because he has none. That's why.
He's got to wait for the perfect tournament to come up in 6 years.
I'm busy planning a wedding. Okay, please.
Yeah, for 2040. When is it?
He dated her for 13 years before they got engaged. So we should have
conveniently is getting married after this bet.
Yeah, conveniently.
Well, thank you. Thank you to each. Well, no, thank you. Actually, many of you, but no, thank you to each and every one of you for coming out and listening. If you're still listening, or if you made it all the way to the end, this is the 100th episode of Pass.
Cheers to the next 100, boys.
Yeah. Happy
Congrats.
days.
Hell yeah.
Happy days.
Keep it rolling. All right. We'll see everybody later. We're going to be done with this. This was fun. New record for length. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, TJ, for coming. Thank you, Hellabass. Ben, go catch some big bass on Fork tomorrow.
Deal. Peace, gentlemen.
Peace. See you, everybody.
See you, boys.